A pimp ain't really digging the way shit is looking now. Smartphones, pills, and Hennessy. Oh my. Flip-flops and socializing on the horizon. Oh why? Pop this shit, pimp. I come from royal motherfucking blood, man. Yes, sir. I'm talking about a unique motherfucker, you dig? Okay. A God anointed, game appointed, supernatural pimp. Yeah. Yeah, man. How you see is how you gonna beat, you dig? So in order to be big in this shit, man, you got to see big in this shit, man. You can't be what you can't see, you dig? That's right. Yeah, you got to visualize this shit on a motherfucking astronomical level, man. Yeah, this ain't no regular shit, man. This pimping ain't some shit that a motherfucker just wake up one day and decide to be, you dig? It ain't that simple. No. Yeah, see, first and foremost, man, the pimping is the master of himself, man. I'm talking about true self-mastery, you dig? Yeah, they don't hear you. That means you can't be controlled and mastered and manipulated by outside forces, man. Yeah. Pimpin' control himself, you know what I mean? He not controlled by nothing else. That means the pimpin' ain't controlled by the motherfucking drugs, you dig? The pimpin' ain't controlled by that motherfucking gambling, you dig? The pimpin' ain't controlled by the lustful desires that had that bitch physically and sexually, you dig? Talk to him, pimp. Bitch can't get no pimp like that, man. No way. Yeah, man. And see, one thing about this self-mastery shit, man, the pimpin', you know, is a force to be reckoned with. When he come onto the scene, man, motherfuckers know what it is, you dig? For sure. Yeah, this shit be so thick you can stick your tongue in the air and taste this motherfucking shit, man. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm talking about walking up on the bitch and giving her an all-you-can-hear buffet of this game, man. Or you can see buffet of this flyness, you dig? Okay. Yeah. See, that's the beautiful thing about this pimpin', man. You know, this pimpin' ain't just like the rest of these regular motherfuckers, man. It really make a hoe aspire to be some great in this motherfucking game, you dig? That's right. Well, it's a lot of regular motherfuckers claiming this motherfucking pimpin', saying some pimpin', but they not displaying some pimpin', you dig? Yeah, man. I'm talking about a bunch of motherfuckers talking about they some pimpin', man. But hey, you look just like the motherfucking trick. You walk just like the motherfucking trick. You talk just like the motherfucking trick. You think and behave just like the motherfucking trick, man. Woo. Hey, man, what they say, man, walk like a duck, quack like a duck, shit, man. However that shit go, man. Yeah, man. Yes, sir. Yeah, see, this pimping, man. When you really some pimping, you can't be mistaken for the motherfucking trick, man. Hell no. Motherfucker know when they see a pimp, man. For sure. Yeah. One thing I hate to see, man, what's that? Is a disgrace with a pretty face that ain't been properly laced. Ooh, wait. One thing a pimp can't stand the motherfucking sick. What's that? Is a Bentley product with Toyota conduct. Ooh, wait. And there's a whole lot of them motherfuckers running around the game like a chicken with their motherfucking head cut off, you dig? Yeah. It's time to grab this game by the horns, man, and take control of this shit, man. I feel you, pimp. There's too much shit out of order, man. Yes, sir. You know, we gotta get this hoe something great to motherfucking represent this game again, you dig? Yes, sir. Truly unique individual like no other motherfucker on this motherfucking planet, you dig? You motherfucking right. Yeah. I'm talking about nothing other than a pimp.
Do me a favor, could you get them likes to look like the viewers? We already got over 200 people up in here, but it's only 77 likes. I don't know why that is. I'm gonna play another song, man, you know what I mean, till y'all get them likes. You know what I mean? Hopefully after this song, the likes will be on one accord with the viewers, man. You know what I mean? Let's go.
She looking for the perfect guy like Sanaya Lathan. She said I'm the best man like Sanaya Lathan. Time is sacred, so let's talk about them guys you're dating. If they can't pay you for your time, then that's a violation. My eyes are glazed in, you can tell I'm hot from blazing. I think your eyes amazing, and plus your smile contagious. She dig the conversation, she wear this condensation. They say time will tell, but I ain't got that kind of patience. I'm a fast smoker, but a slow sipper. I'm a dope spitter, I got whole strippers. If you a go-getter, then I am your nigga. Some girls give it away for free, go figure. But I'm a dope flipper, I'm sharp as toe clippers. Game cold, baby, you should have your coat zipped up. I roll 4 swishes, then some more swishes. I make you come first and I'ma go with ya. Them other guys ain't got nothing to say. She laid back, I'm making love to her brain. She said it feels so good. She wanna ride while we smoke on that haze. And how you feeling like you just got paid? She said that feels so good. We blowing clouds of the smoke, the towels under the door. I got a powerful flow, could spit an hour or more. See, I've been grinding for show, but now I'm grinding for more. Cause I've been blind to the broke since like 2004. I got my eye on your hoe, like a scout, I'm recruiting her. Change your life, baby, that's what I can do for you. Take her where she never been, this was all new to her. We got a dumb high, as if we on Jupiter. But you know what's stupider? I can make your boo pay up. Are you a player too? Well, I am too a player. I got a bouquet of Mary Jane flowers. Yeah, you know I keep that bag. I'm like Jake Roberts. I'm a life changer. Come get your life changed. Let's hit the main streets. We'll make some nice change. I sell that whole dream depending on her price range. I know I'm living wrong, but it's feeling right, man. Them other guys ain't got nothing to say. She laid back, I'm making love to her brain. She said it feels so good. She wanna ride while we smoke on that haze. And how you feeling like you just got paid? She said that feels so good.
Blessings to everybody. Blessings to everybody. Came to fellowship with my people, man. See what y'all on, what y'all got going on. Plus, you know, we just gonna fellowship, man. Past midnight, kick a little midnight game. Matter of fact, fuck it. Take some call-ins. You did. That's cray. Feels so good. But yeah, man, blessings to everybody. Blessings to all the ladies. You know what I mean? I appreciate you being here. Blessings to all the beautiful women that's in, you know, the presence of this game. Yeah, blessings to you, baby. You know, because you could be anywhere else. You could be at another platform, but you listening to this game. And I'm appreciative for that. So blessings to your big head ass, you know? But y'all make sure, man, y'all get them likes up. But let's chop it up a little bit. Before I get into what I'm going to get into, let me just say that, man, I really hope the peace of God that passeth all human understanding, you know, be with the family, the families, excuse me, you know what I mean, of those, man, that you already know, the children, not the grown folks, but the kids. Matter of fact, let me just keep it real. The babies, they got, you know, they lost their lives. You know, the babies. The babies, not adults, not the gangbangers, not the niggas, but the babies. You know, the babies, man. Some babies got killed. Like, wow. You know, you can't even send a child to school. Now, that type of situation, you know what I mean, it occurs, of course, you know, in Chicago a lot. You know, not as far as like the amount, but as far as children getting killed, it's a thing. But man, that demon is omnipresent. And I've seen some ignorant things come out of people's mouths, man, concerning children. I seen the spirit of discord and division, amongst the people. Oh, well, I didn't feel like they was in outrage the way that they should have been in outrage when that Buffalo incident occurred. I didn't see the people of other races, having an outrage, so I ain't crying, or I ain't gonna have no outrage, for them kids either. And I'm here to tell you that if you got that type of mentality, if that's the way you see things, if that's the way that you feel towards some children, babies, because I've seen people on different platforms, I've seen different statuses, and people actually talking like this. But if you genuinely feel like that, not saying things for shock value, but if you genuinely feel like that, may the Most High have mercy on your soul. I would hate for you to die thinking like that towards some children, man. Children. I don't care, of what race, what color. It's just the fact that it's some kids, children. You don't think like that pertaining to no children? We really got some fools among us. This internet has enabled fools to have platforms and be able to speak. And because my people are governed by emotionalism, they're an emotional people, somebody can say something passionately, and can say 2 + 2 is 5, real passionate, and my people will feel it because he said it or she said it passionately. But you're supposed to be able to pick things apart and be like, you know what, that don't sound right. Yeah. That don't sound right, man. I can't be going against no kids. Yeah, this fool tripping. You have to have the mindset, man. I understand that some of y'all have replaced the pastor and the bishop, with the YouTuber. And some of y'all are allowing, some very toxic, demonic, satanic spirits to just be sit up there and just to be deposited into your spirit because you listening to this mess. I really hope that God bless the families of those, that lost their sons, their daughters, and even blessings to the families of the teachers, man, who were lost. Truly, man, that was a tragedy. Cold tragedy, man. May the will of God be done, concerning that situation. Before I get off into some game, into some pimping or take some phone calls, let me say this, man. I took that video down where I was speaking on your boy Dennis in regards to Kev, simply because the YouTube was acting funny. Yeah, YouTube was appreciate the 50, fam. Appreciate you respecting this game. Thank you, Steve. Blessings to you. YouTube was acting funny. So I took it down because YouTube had kind of like pretty much, matter of fact, no, I take that back. That's a lie. It wasn't so much YouTube. I remember now, the Wi-Fi was messing up. And so because of that, I had to go live with my data roaming. And the data roaming pretty much had ran out, man. Touch somebody and say it's time to leave T-Mobile. Appreciate that 20, fam. Good looking. Blessings to you, man. Good looking, man. Thank you, man. Appreciating this game. But touch somebody and say it's time to leave T-Mobile. Saying you should have been left T-Mobile. But I had because of that, the audio had went out, and that's why the video was cut short. But I meant everything that I said within that video. Those of you that's at my Patreon, which really all of you should be at, it's, I meant everything I said within that video, man. I don't like that dude. I don't think that Kevin had good discernment pertaining to that dude. Or maybe Kevin was playing chess like he was doing with a lot of them fools. Because a lot of them goofies actually think that, they was close to Kev. you know, or maybe they trying to act like they was close to Kev for likes and views. But whatever it is, man, you know, I could just tell when somebody's not genuine and they actually using this, you know, as a plateau. They're trying to use this, man, as, you know, a stepping stone, you know, to do their own thing. It's not so much, you know, to benefit a friend or to speak on the legacy of a friend or, you know, sincerely do. No. So that's why I said what I said, you know, because still to this day, I'm still angry about that. I'm still really, man, that funeral don't sit right with me. But it is what it is. It's not that I didn't want them to have a funeral service in Oklahoma, but the fact that they didn't have a service where they could have allowed the fans of Kev, you know, and also the people that truly, you know, sincerely wanted to show their respect because of the inspiration that, you know, he had gave them to do whatever they needed to do in their lives, to pay that homage, to give that respect. And I just wish that would have been given, man. I think that Kev was a little bit too big to go out, you know, with that little bitty service, man. And I just think that by Dennis having the role that he professes to have as a spokesperson of the family, nigga, how easy was it? I mean, that was so easy to just convince the mom, you know, of how important her son is. What he never explained the importance of Kevin Samuels' legacy, you know, of his impact, his influence, you know what I mean, to the youth. How basically he was a father to a lot of these guys that was fatherless. It's just the truth. And if he would have broke it down and explained it, you know, to the mother, I just believe that, you know, they would have had a service in Oklahoma and they would have had another service in Atlanta, which would have basically, you know, got a mega church. And, you know, you could have went to any mega church in Atlanta and they would have let you have it. And he messed that all up. So, you know, like I said, that was a time for black men to be big. You know, I just know, you know, how Kev would have liked, you know, to go out. I know for certain he wouldn't have approved of a lot of things that went on. But, you know, to each his own. What's done is done now. You have this idiot, you know what I mean, actually telling people that, hey, y'all, go flag this page or go flag this person or go attack this person if y'all want to know, you know, Kev's autopsy. He actually said that to the people. If you want to know Kev, if you want to know the information pertaining to Kevin's autopsy, you know, you sit up there, you know what I mean, right now and go flag this channel. You go flag that channel. Go report this page. You report that page. And the autopsy is not even out yet. So this is how I know this dude is a clown. You know what I mean? He is a clown. This is a Value City Aldi's Fred Hammond clown. This nigga's a clown. So, you know, that's why I was vexed about that shit, man. You know, all of this shit about every Godfather needs an enforcer and what'd he say? Kevin had hope, but I got a plan. Nigga, if you don't sit your motherfucking corny ass down, what I tell you niggas, if you don't have the ministry, if you don't have, you know, an anointing, if you don't have the capabilities to maintain the spotlight, you're going to lose it. You're going to lose it. And he had the opportunity. This nigga had the biggest opportunity to blow up overnight, and he dropped the fucking ball. It's like, how do you drop the ball like that? Nigga, this was a fucking layup. It wasn't even an open three. It was a damn open layup, and everybody's at half court. You're by yourself. How did you miss an open layup? God damn. Nigga, Nigga, to explain the way he fucked up in this situation, it's almost like being 7'4" and you miss an easy ass layup all by yourself. It's like, how did you do that? How? You know? But leave it up to these dudes, man. They fuck up a wet dream. But yes, man, I just think that it should have been another service in Atlanta. The brothers come out all clean and sharp, smelling good, beautiful black women, just gorgeous, and black people just fellowshipping on one accord, a bunch of Renaissance men, you know what I mean, just fellowshipping, you know what I mean, all because of a celebration of the life of Kevin Samuels. Man, that's how it should have been. But we don't have that, you know, because of this goofball. But to each his own. And then, what did I tell y'all? I told you that I thought that, you know, Kevin had died from, you know, well, I'm just gonna go out and say it now, you know, because of the drop game. You dig? And I didn't want to say certain things or go, and I'm not gonna even go into detail because it just might be, you know what, presiding over the bitch. You know what I'm saying? And because of my position and who I am, you know, I can't, you know, it's just, you know, it's a mess up situation. But I told you guys instantly when I heard it. And then when they said, yeah, and she gave a fake name, I was like, duh. They was like, yeah, that's not, we found out that's not even her real name. I was like, duh. Now the cousin talking about jewelry missing. Yeah. The cousin sat up there, man, and got on there, you know what I mean, talking about the jewelry missing and things like that. I was like, man, listen. I ain't gonna even say too much. But what Tupac said, but you and I know what's going on. You gotta excuse me, man. Seeing what, you gonna laugh at me, but I was actually earlier today taking a nap and I had Islamic songs just playing with them singing in Arabic with the wind just blowing on me. So that's why when you hear me coughing and shit, I gotta stop doing that, but it just feels so good, you know? I love this time of the year. You can just lay back, just let the wind hit you, either listening to some jazz, some R&B, but lately I had actually found some old, you know, Islamic songs and them singing in Arabic. And then I even found some of them old songs of, I know some of y'all gonna trip out like, well, Sam, what you listening to? Dr. York. You know what I mean? Music back in the day that Dr. York used to have. Hold on. And I can't lie to you. I was like, man, I need to be in the studio instantly, man. It's just so much inspiration. You know what I mean? That's coming to my mind. That's on another subject. But yeah, man, the boy is a buster. Complete buster, man. But I'm gonna let that go. Make Kev's family be blessed. Yeah, get my likes up, man. Y'all tripping. 624 people up in here. And it's 27 likes. Tripping, man. Yeah, y'all playing with the game. I'm gonna let y'all fix that though. Hold on, let me set this up. Let me see, matter of fact, I'm gonna turn this on. I know some of y'all gonna be like, what the hell is Sin playing? Hold on. I'm just gonna bump this for like 20 seconds, like, yeah, Sin, you was tripping. Look at that nigga talking about, okay, 3 God. Let me be quiet. I can't even talk to my family, man. Y'all already judging me already. He's like, okay, 3 God. You stupid. You stupid. Hell no. Okay, 3 God, I see you. Hell no. Bro, dumb as hell. Okay, 3 God, I see you getting it in. Okay, absolute 3. Okay. Yeah. Over there jamming. Okay, but listen, I'm gonna answer some questions. And I'm gonna open up the phone lines. You can ask me whatever you want to ask me. And you can even ask the questions that I'm going to answer, because I told this young P that I was going to acknowledge that tonight. So, okay, let's deal with some things. Can you get rich off the track? Can you get rich off the track? Just strictly pimping on the track, sending them hoes to the blade. Can you get rich off the track? And a lot of P's will tell you no. And I'm going to tell you why they're going to tell you no. Because a lot of them have never been paid for real off the blade. Do you hear me? A lot of them have never really been paid for real off the blade. Never. Some P's really didn't start getting paid until they started dabbling with the strip club. Then some didn't start getting paid until they started having dealings, with the casinos, resorts and things like that, Some didn't start getting paid till they started messing with the lines. But, I can understand that. What do you call rich? That's a good question. Everybody has a different definition of what is rich. But me personally, what I would consider to be rich, I actually would consider, at least me, I didn't say wealthy, but I think that you can say in today's time, because honestly, I don't think $1 million is enough in today's time to say that you're rich. But depending on the area that you live in and the way you preside over your life, you could be rich at that, according to you. But for me, to just say that you finally rich, 10 mil. Yeah, 10 mil and up. Yeah, that 10 mil. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, man, it really used to be $1 million. In today's day and time, especially with a pimp, man, $1 million ain't shit. So, 10 mil. I think that, that's a cool enough number now where you could actually say that, okay, I'm rich now. I got 10 mil. And then when I say 10 mil, I don't mean assets. I mean that, you know what I mean, and, cash. That's what I'm speaking of. Not everything collaborate. No. 10 mil. You could actually say that, I'm rich. I'm rich now. Now, do I think that could be obtained through the track? Do I believe that? Yes, I do. I do. Now, of course, other P's will say, hell no. But me, if you ask me, let me see what happened to the game, these shooters video. Oh, that's on Patreon, brother. If you was on Patreon, you would have seen that. Yeah, that's on Patreon. Whenever you don't see a video no more, that means I snatched it off of Patreon. I put that on Patreon. But yes, I definitely believe that you can obtain that type of success on the blade. Might take you a little while. but I don't think it's impossible. I don't. Now, as far as the probability of a pimp, accumulating that, it's a hard chance. But to say impossible, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't say that. And any confident, infinite-minded pimp, I would look at him crazy for saying anything contrary to what I'm saying. I've seen different individuals say some things, and I'm like, man, that don't sound of this game. And I understand that a lot of you, by you being novices and by you being, you're really green to this game, every time somebody go live on a so-called pimp platform, and because certain individuals, might have been in a DVD or something, a film, or, might have been with Maroy or something back in the day. You guys basically just listen as if these things are thus saith the Lord. Listen, I'm here to tell you that when certain individuals are talking, I instantly leave. I don't even allow that to be deposited into my spirit. I don't mean to be arrogant right now, but man, listen, the way that I'm doing things and the way that I'm having it, right now, I don't even want to hear that shit. Now, it's a time that, this is what Solomon meant. It's a time to be humble, and it's a time to be, but let me just kick the door down and tell you, man, I'm having it my way. I'm having it my way right now. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear these husbands. I don't want to hear these old ass niggas, man, talking about shit that they didn't even achieve through pimping. They got the money through hustling and other things and all that other shit. I'm talking about pimping, dog. Some of these niggas is drug dealers. Some of these niggas is motherfucking informants. Some of these niggas got all these other shit going on, man. And got you niggas deceived. Got you niggas deceived into thinking that they achieve whatever level you think that they at, through some hoes. Come on, man, knock it off. Knock it off. When you even listen to them, you don't even feel the anointing of the game. You don't feel edified. And some of you feel something, that's because you're green. But once you get seasoned, once you have your own experiences in this game, you'll find out that a lot of things that you thought that was game, no, it was not. It was not. A lot of you are respecting situations. And that's why you think certain niggas is authentic representation of the game, simply because you respect situations. You respect fame. You respect situations just like the bitch. You're choosing on an image. You're choosing up on a situation. You're choosing on materialistics. Told you that. We don't do that, man. As men, you got to let these bitches choose. Stop taking the whole job. Stop putting on your hoe shoes. If you a man, especially if you profess to be a pimp, why the fuck you got on hoe shoes? Why? Why do you have on hoe shoes? Why do you got on your choosing shoes? Why are you endeavoring to choose? Take them shoes off, man. You're not supposed to be choosing. But getting back to my point, do I believe that level of success can be obtained on the blade? I do. And this is why. If you have an individual who is wise, presiding over money, now this is what eliminates a lot of individuals out the conversation, because it's not that you're not making that amount of money or could be making that amount of money, but some individuals do not preside over their money wisely. You're doing it for the gram. And because a lot of you are doing it for the gram, in the end, you won't have any gain. Because you were too busy trying to live beyond your means for the gram. You a broke nigga trying to impress other broke niggas and deceive other broke niggas into thinking that you not broke. That is a waste of time. Sit your broke ass down. Stop trying to catch up with the Joneses. Stop trying to act like you Jay-Z when you got Memphis Bleak money. Stop it. Stop the Oscar Award performance. You're not rich. You're not there yet. It's okay. It's a lot of P's that got more materialistic things, than myself. But guess what? When I come amongst them, I don't feel like, oh man, he's a bigger pimp than me. No, not at all. So with that being said, let's say, for example, I really want to do some things, but I know them people be listening, man. So Sin got to talk a certain way, and I have to watch what I say. But some of y'all know what I be meaning when I say what I say, without me saying it, right? When I tell you that I got students in my classroom, and some of the students in my classroom, is in the classroom, home base. And then when I tell you, man, I got students that I'm in the States, I'm not in the States, but I'm in the States. Huh, P? Yeah. I'm not in the States, but I'm in the States. I can have conversations with P's right now and tell them how this area and that area is doing. Be like, P, how you know woo, 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 woo? Don't worry about that. I'm not in the States, but I'm in the States. Yeah. So, and I'm saying that to say, based off of just my experience and what I'm doing and what others are doing, I just got a good report from Seattle. Yeah, I just got a very good report, from Seattle. Some of my partners is really checking it out there in that motherfucking Seattle right now. Seattle is a blessing. Do you hear me? So let's just say and my partner, one of my partners, he got 3 of them, just checking it like a motherfucker. I'm talking about checking it. P, what you mean checking it? If we on the razor, if a bitch is doing over 2,000, and oh my God, don't let her touch that 3. But if she can do over 2,000 consistently every day, and if you can have 3 of that going on, hey man, some of us are different. Some of us, we don't have thieves. Some motherfuckers just got straight hoes and just keeping that shit straight hoeing. And, because some of us have some beautiful minds, we know how to preside over the money. All right. So what I'm saying that to say this, if that's your goal, because everybody's goal ain't 10 million, some might think rich is being at 500,000, which is not rich to me. But, some might think that being rich is $1 million. And honestly, that would be rich if you in certain places in the South. You got to think about that. Let's just say if he's in a place like Vegas and he got $1 million. And P man, yes, he in his mind, shit, how am I not rich? I'm in an area where the cost of living is the best definition of cheap, and I have $1 million. In his mind, you can't tell me nothing. I'm rich. I'm doing my thing. He's rich. So that's why I said, it's according to who you ask. Because in the P man, he like, man, I got everything that I need. I got everything that I want. I can do what I want when I want what I want. These hoes can blow up and I'm still in position to do whatever the fuck I want. Nigga, I'm rich. That's how he sees things. But like I said, do I think that level of success, because a lot of people didn't think that Gangsta Brown would have had what he had. Always remember that the biggest documented lick in the game came from the Blade. So when these individuals is trying to minimize and disrespect the Blade, when they trying to down talk the Blade, when they trying to exalt themselves, you know what I mean, to be greater than the track. They graduated from the track and it's just so beneath them now. You know, always remember that the best licks in the game, you know what I mean, it came from being outside. Not from the lines, outside. Oh man, what's her name got a bitch, you know what I mean? And he got her on OnlyFans and she checking $1 million. Yeah. I know a P that sent a bitch outside one night and it ended up, you know what I mean, checking 1.6. Yeah. It didn't take her a whole motherfucking year on OnlyFans to do it. It came from the Blade. So we got to stop down talking this Blade, man. And listen, man, I'm so, I just love the game. So you have to understand, when you talk against anything that have anything to do with the game, it's not just the track, it's anything that's a blessing to the game. I have a problem with that. Because I'm not disrespecting, you know what I mean, the pimping that got rich in the strip club. Why? Because he still had the pimp, whether you know it or not, you know what I mean, to come up on that. He still had the pimp, whether you know it or not, he still had the pimp. He might didn't have to go through a lot of adversities that you went through, you know what I mean, in them streets, but P still pimped to have what he has, you know what I mean, even in that strip club. Don't try to minimize the pimping and disrespect the pimping because he got rich in the strip club. Don't try to disrespect and minimize the pimping just because he was sitting over there having it his way off the bitches playing the lines. Because yeah, I know some, man, listen, I know some pimps that when the lines was really popping, and they, you know, some people still doing their thing on the lines, but I'm just rewinding it back. You know what I mean? Like, I found out about Odessa late. By the time I found out about Odessa, man, niggas was already sitting over there running it up. Niggas was already 7 and 8 white bitches deep, sitting over there playing the lines in that Odessa, running it up. I came up on that late, man. It was pimps that already knew about that. I was late to the party. I didn't know nothing about it. So, you know, I wouldn't minimize a pimp. Oh man, yeah, you a strip club pimp. You know, nigga, sit your back page ass down. I wouldn't do that. But at the same time, we're gonna keep it funky now. We're gonna keep it pimpy pimp street. Listen, when you in combat, when you doing a chopping, when you doing a pimp off, you know what I mean? When you sitting over there, you know what I mean, presiding over rebuking service, you gonna really be able to tell who been doing some pimping on that Blade. And see, that's what the Blade builds character. You can't get past that. It's not just the consistency with the currency, it's the continuity of building character. Listen, like I say, every piece of gold got to go through the fire. Every diamond got to be cut. You don't know what you got until it's tested. And some of the greatest tests for that woman is on that Blade. You got niggas bragging about how cold they done pimped and how loyal this woman is to them, and she ain't even been tested. Come on, man. You can't sit up there and brag about how cold you pimping and you ain't never been tested. That's like a boxer telling you, yeah, man, I'm 80-0. But the nigga ain't fought nobody. He ain't fought nobody. Some of y'all about to get mad with the shit I'm about to say. Listen, I love Tyson. Blessings to Mike Tyson. But because I know this boxing shit for real, when y'all was trying to make him the greatest boxer that ever lived, I never was in agreement with that. Why? Because I know the real heavyweights that really did this shit for real, for real. Seeing what you saying. When you really doing this shit for real, you fighting heavy, you fighting people at a certain caliber, top tier fighters. I ain't talking about no plumbers. I'm not talking about no white guys that just walked across the street and say, hey, you want to box Tyson? You know what I mean? I'm talking about real deal, you know what I mean, on that level though. Yeah, I'm talking about that. It's a reason why, you know, your boy Mike really didn't want to see Riddick Bowe, you know what I mean, in his prime. And y'all keep saying, oh man, if Mike was in his prime, he would have got Holyfield. No, he would not. But I mean, we're not going to get into that, but I'm just showing you how somebody can have an image of being the greatest that ever lived, and they ain't never even, the motherfucker ain't even fought the people Ali fought. You fought an old ass Larry Holmes when he was out the way out. Do you really think that motherfucking Tyson would have did Larry Holmes like that nigga if Larry was in his prime? Fuck no. And I don't, you know, and that ain't to take nothing from Mike, but man, you go back and watch Larry in his prime. That nigga fought a rusty, dusty, old, elderly Larry Holmes. He did not fight a Larry Holmes in his youth. No. You know? So listen, again, look at, matter of fact, some people might even say that with Floyd, even though I don't agree with Floyd. I don't agree with y'all when y'all be trying to disrespect Floyd. You know, because people that actually know boxing, Floyd really is that man. He's really that dude. But he's also very smart too. Now, do I think that if Floyd would have fought a young Sugar Ray Robinson or a young, you know what I mean? Yeah, if he would have fought a young Sugar Ray Robinson, I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think your brother would have been 50-0. That's just me though. That's just me. But I'm just here to tell you that when you have not been tested, you won't be respected. Did you hear what I said? When you have not been tested, or Sugar Ray Leonard, but especially a Sugar Ray Robinson, and I give Sugar Ray Leonard his prop, but a Sugar Ray Robinson though. Go back, some of y'all young niggas, you don't even know who the fuck Sugar Ray. When you get a chance, youngster, bless yourself. Get on YouTube and put in Sugar Ray Robinson and look at Sugar Ray Robinson highlights in the days of his youth. And I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know if your boy Floyd would have been 50-0 fucking with a young Sugar Ray Robinson, man. Because Sugar Ray Robinson come from them days where niggas used to fight every 3 weeks, every month. Wasn't no wait 6 months, we training for 8 months. No, Sugar Ray Robinson come from them days where we was fighting every month, every 3 weeks, every month, getting it on. That's a different era. So I don't know, but like I said, I used boxing to show you that when you are not tested, you're not respected. I'm going to go a different route, and I'm going to bring it full circle. Look at your boy LeBron. Some of y'all about to get mad at me. Some of y'all might even unsubscribe with what I'm about to say. But in my eyes, LeBron only got one championship. That shit with the Lakers, that shit ain't count. That shit with Miami, that shit ain't count. The only championship that LeBron has is with Cleveland. He proved himself. He was tested back against the wall. What he did with Cleveland was legendary. That was some legendary shit. You had to respect LeBron. You had to respect him. Why? Because he was tested. That's why. If you're not tested, you're not going to get respected. You can't be sitting over there, claiming you the greatest basketball player in the world, and you want to sit up there and be on the other teams with all the other great players in the world. That's like Mike saying, man, I lost, man. Let me go ahead and join the Pistons. Mike would have never been looked at the way we look at him if he would have joined the Bad Boys. You know how we would have looked at him as a bitch. You left Chicago and you joined Detroit to sit up there, you know what I mean, and play with Isaiah and Joe Dumas and all of them. Man, you was a bitch. You was getting beat down and you sit up there and ran away. That's how we would have looked at him. What am I saying? Listen, when you're not tested, you're not going to get respected. And that's just how it is in the pimp game. Some of these niggas have never been challenged. Now, when it comes to the money factor, okay, we can respect you get money. But when you was getting money, when was you getting tested? You know what I mean? See, I'm going to keep it real with you, and we're going to talk some pimping right now. When I was in the States, that's when I was getting really tested. Sin was getting tested. Some of the hardest times where I was getting tested was when I was really going through it to get to it, man, on the west side of Chicago, man. You know what I mean? 15 below zero. 15 motherfucking below zero, man. And one of my hoes, man, she constantly having seizures all the fucking time. I'm talking about this bitch is having seizures on a date. This bitch is having seizures on her way to the blade. Oh my God. Terrible experience. Just thinking about shit like that, I'm like, oh my God, I never want to go back to that. You know, I never want to get, I don't want to get back. I don't want to go back to that. But I was being tested though. I was being tested. Why was I being tested? Pimps was sweating my hoes. Not only was Pimp sweating my hoes, gangbangers was at them bitches. You know what I'm saying? The foes, you know what I'm saying? Vice Lords was at them bitches. You know what I'm saying? I told you about the situation. I even had King Sean on here to confirm that. You know what I mean? When the motherfucker had the gun to my whole head and I had to sit up there and pimp at the youngster, you know what I mean, to take the gun down from the whole head because she done stole from him. You know what I mean? This was when I was really being tested. I had to pimp. I had to sit up, and then at this time, not only do I got to pimp, but Freeze is locked up. So not only am I pimping my way out of this situation, but I got to pimp to make a brighter day to get my brother out of incarceration. I'm being tested right now. You know? So even though, of course, now watch me now, I got way more money and my credit is phenomenal now. I'm doing my thing now. In comparison to the day that when I was on the west side of the Chi, I'm shitting on that nigga that's on the west side of the Chi financially. But as far as my pimping being tested, I can't fuck with that nigga that was on the west side of the Chi. Watch me, follow me. See, when you having it your way, it's like the Jay-Z feeling it. You know what I mean? Or Jay-Z, who you with? You know, it's that type of feeling. You having it your way. But when you going through some shit and when you really got a pimp, the anointing just be different. The content be different. Why? Because you really out in them streets and you being tested though. Yeah, it be different. Just like, okay, for example, right? I got it. Sin just got it. I just, you know, I mean, not to brag, but I just got it. I got the ministry to do this shit. I could just wake up at any time and just, if I wanted to inspire you, if I want to exhort you, if I want to sit up there and just bring the electricity of the game, I can do that. That's my ministry. I just have it. But at the same time, the sinful in Canada that's having it his way, he's financially better than the sinful on the west side of the Chi. there's pimping going through it to get to it, but at that particular time, I was really being tested. You see what I'm saying? So, when you in them streets every day, your mouthpiece is on another level. When you in them streets every day, the anointing of the game is on another level. It's some shit that'll come. Listen, man, you will say some more meaningful, powerful, prolific, profound shit to the point where you done said something out your mouth where you was jealous of you was jealous of the hoes. People, how was you jealous of them? Because you wanted to choose yourself. Like, God, my God, did I just say that? Did that just come out of my mouth? The game is just with you. You know what I mean? I'm just talking about when you really pimping, man, on them bricks, it's different. When you get established, now you established now. You having your way, you can kick your feet up. But when you going through it though, and when you really got a pimp, yeah, it's a different nigga. It's a different, way different. You know what I mean? It's way different. It's not that, it's not still not there, but come on, man. Sin just keeping it real with you, man. I'm in Canada, man. Every now I have a little situation here and there, but you got to think, man, I'm in La La Land. Sin not being tested. How is sin being tested? And I'm in an area where prostitution is legal. How is sin being tested when, no disrespect, Canadians, but it really ain't no real up and down authentic pimping out here. That's why a lot of you young pimps, when you call me, you think that I'm just being so much of a blessing to you. A lot of you don't even know you being so much of a blessing to me. Because when I'm talking to the pimping, sometimes them conversations with the pimping man be so good just for that time being when we chopping it up. You know what I mean? I'm back on the blade. I'm back in the pimp circle. But nah. You know what I mean? Out here, completely different. Completely different. What am I saying? Saying that, how like Floyd now is doing like celebrity boxing matches? Yeah, fighting YouTubers and shit. That's what Sin doing. That's what I'm doing now. That's what Sin is doing now. I'm how Floyd is fighting YouTubers and rappers and all that type of shit. He's not being tested. Right, that type of shit. Just picture being in a planet, another area, and you can send your women out the door with no fear. P, what you meaning by that? Meaning that you would never get a call. You have a call from, they got me again. You don't have to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Just imagine, just knowing that every time you send those women out the door, they're going to come back with it. You don't have any interference from the police. Just that alone. See, because when you're in the States, not only do you, because I'm going to be 100, I know this is going to come off arrogant, but no pimp is going to say anything out of his mouth greater than sinful to P. He's just incapable. I understand that, all pimps are arrogant, and of course they're going to disagree with that. I understand, arrogance will it'll have you deceived. But when it comes to that, as far as getting knocked, by a pimp yelling out his car or, something like that, that's not, no. The thing is, the bullshit that happens, when you pimping on the bricks in the States, P, what you mean? The police fucking with the bitch, the Hoovers fucking with the bitch. You might got the bitch on Fig and, some Hoover nigga, he think he the pimping because some of three 3 nappy-headed black bitches, then sat up there and gave this dusty ass nigga some money, and now he think he's a pimp. So you got a Hoover criminal nigga thinking that he's really the pimping because he done sat up there and broke on 3 dusty ass black bitches. So because of that, you know what I mean, he might be sitting over there pushing up on your hoe, and you didn't really train this hoe to, you know, stay in pocket, and he's saying the most dumbest shit to that bitch, but she still got to stay in pocket, you know. But of course, you know, when you in areas like, you don't have to deal with that, you know, because there is no FIG in Canada. I mean, you got some areas, but it's none of that. Push come to shove, all you dealing with is dumbass tricks and drug dealers that want to be pimps. That's what you're dealing with here, you know. But I said all that to say this. Some of you have the liberty right now to get your shit together. Oh my God, I'm pouring so much game. You niggas ain't even respecting this shit. Listen, man, some of you, the game is speaking to you to move. The reason why you're not elevating, the reason why you're not going to the next dimension is because you're in the wrong position. You will never have what you want, what you desire in possession until you're in position first. Everything is about position. You're in the wrong position. It's not that the game doesn't want to bless you. You're just in the wrong position. The reason why you have not received that, the reason why you don't have this, the reason why you don't have that, the reason why you don't have her, the reason why you don't have them is because you're in the wrong position. You have allowed yourself to become complacent. You're comfortable staying where you're staying. The game is calling you to be international, and you're comfortable being regional. You're comfortable being local, and the game is causing you to step it up. There's a beautiful woman in another country that's willing to be with you for the rest of her life, really. Hey, let me just tell you this, man. Some of you are going to have experiences with women that come from other cultures, and you might, after those experiences, you might not even want you a woman that's born and raised in America anymore. Did you hear what I said? Some of you are going to have experiences with women in other cultures that come from other cultures that was raised, you know, with different other doctrines from, you know, in other countries that have, after having these experiences, you're not even going to want a woman that is born and raised in America anymore. You're going to feel like she's not good enough for you. You're going to be used to a certain submission. You're going to be used to a certain humility. You're going to be used to a certain femininity that you don't even want to, you know, deal with, you know, a woman who's born and raised in America no more, no matter what color she is or whatever. Hold on, let me see this. Appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that. Appreciate the 10. Kevin got me up there rocking with an authentic voice in the game. Sinful to P. The old videos have me rolling all day. Man, appreciate that 10, man. Thank you for the respect. But you know, just to, you know, write the vision and make it plain, you know, when the spirit of pimping speaks to you, and I understand that some of you, you know, the spirit of pimping, yes, I keep telling you, man, I believe that. Now, I don't believe in the pimp God and the game God and all of that, but always remember that there's an energy with everything. There's a spirit, you know, in everything. It's different spirits in every lifestyle, in every walk of life. And there is a spirit of pimping. And you should already know a spirit is a what? A unseen reality that manifests itself in matters that's seen. There's a spirit of pimping. You know, some of you don't really, you know, you know, of course, consultation is good. Chopping it up with older representation is good. Yeah, that's good. Don't never stop doing that. But sometimes you should just meditate and allow the spirit of pimping to speak to you and minister to your spirit. And listen, I know some of you like, it's just a vernacular that you don't even understand. But listen, sometimes while you're meditating, the spirit of pimping will just speak to you. And all of a sudden, I'm telling you, man, you can be so in tune with the spirit of pimping that the spirit of pimping will reveal to you lies that have been told to you, deception that was used on you. And out of nowhere, while you just meditating on this pimping, you know what I mean, it'll show you, you know, how this hoe basically got over on you. You know, I'm telling you, man, you'll just be sitting down and the spirit of pimping will just minister to you and be like, you know, that bitch lied to you this morning, right? Out of nowhere, everything was just calm and so peaceful. And the spirit of pimping will just minister to you. And I know this from experience, man. Listen, man, one day I was just sitting down, just, you know, really just, you know, thinking about some beautiful pimping, you know, because when I sit down and I'm meditating on pimping, I'm speaking faith in my game. You know, what I'm getting ready to do, how I'm about to have it, hoes that I'm getting ready to knock. You know, I'm visualizing it with this shit, right? And out of nowhere, man, as I'm listening to Marvin Gaye, you know, flying high in the friendly sky without ever leaving the ground, you know, I'm just listening, having a mental safari with myself. And out of nowhere, the spirit of pimping, man, just began to minister to me and be like, yeah, you know, she got one over on you. Yeah, she lied. You know, she said this and oh my God. I was like, God damn, how did I let that slip? But see, when you constantly moving and you're moving and you're moving and you're not thinking, you're not allowing the spirit of pimping to minister to you, you know what I mean? You'll just be moving and moving and moving, you know, and you're not going to be able to preside over situations accordingly and wisely because you're just moving without thinking. You're moving without, you know, allowing the spirit of pimping to minister to your spirit, you know? And so I understand that some of you squares, you'll be listening to me and like, man, this dude sounds so crazy. Is sin high? Spirit of pimping. I told you in every walk of life, in every lifestyle, there's a spirit of that. I believe that when you're living for God, you can have the spirit of God. I believe that when you're living for the enemy, there's a spirit of carnality that comes along with that. You know, and there's different walks of life in carnality, and there's a different energy within that. You know, sin know that, but I don't want to get too deep and leave you. But listen, again, I believe that any level of success can be obtained through wise pimping, good pimping, and some good hoeing. Some hoeing coming on one accord to go out there and go execute, you know what I mean, what pimping sit up there and sent them out to do. Yeah, I believe that. Yeah, see and believe that. Now, let me also say this, man. I'm going to come through with the sword of Elijah on this. Hey, man, I don't know who I'm talking to, but I just want to hit you in the chest with this game. If she's not going to go hard for her child, she's not going to go hard for your pimping. Say it again. If she won't even go hard for her own child, she's not going to go hard for your pimping. I don't know who I'm speaking to, but for real, I just wanted to give you that. If she's not going to go hard for her own seed, you know, she had this child in her womb. She carried this child for 9 months. And now that child is either living, you know, with her with her mother, which is the child's grandmother. And now the grandmother got to be a mother because she's irresponsible. Or the child might be in foster care. The child is in a foster home. And she knows that her child, you know, anything could happen to her child. Children get molested, you know what I mean, in this foster home. And that within itself, if that don't provoke her to go hard, if that don't provoke her to step her horn up, if that don't provoke her to go the extra mile, man, stop casting pearls before swine. Dealing with a bitch like that, man, is the best definition of a waste of time. If she won't go hard for her own child, 9 out of 10, she's not going to go hard for your pimping. She know her own child is in motherfucking foster care. And she's not even going hard for her own son. She's not even going hard for her own daughter, knowing that her child can be getting molested or touched inappropriately. And she won't sit up there and go the extra mile, to produce that currency so she can have, a place to stay, so she can get out that hotel room. Her whole fucking life, is in a whole bunch of motherfucking suitcases. Her life is in them damn suitcases. Her motherfucking life is in that damn hotel. She's been staying in that hotel. Some of these bitches been staying in that same hotel for months now. Some even a year. The goofy don't even know all the money that she's giving the fucking hotel. Bitch, you could have got a house by now, and you could have got in front of them people and got your child back by changing your image and having a place, where that child can come to. But they're not going to give you your child, and you don't have, a place for this child to live at. You staying at a hotel, No. If she's not even willing to make the sacrifices that she needs to make to get her child back or to get her child from her grandmother, you're wasting your time, P. You're wasting your time. You're wasting your time. In most cases, if not all cases, pertaining to that situation, it is a waste of time. It is a waste of time. She don't even want to go hard for the one that she sit up there and opened her legs and gave birth to. So she's definitely not going to go hard for your pimping. What woman, knows her child is in a damn foster home and she's complaining to you about her feet hurting? Her head is not in the game. She's sitting over there, every time she go out, her fucking phone is running out. When she left, it was on 100%. But now, hours later, the phone is dying. Why? Because she's sitting over there playing on the phone. She's too busy going on dinosaurs. She's too busy sitting over there going on I don't even want to say that, but the little renegade groups. She's too busy in the lives. She's too busy taking pictures. She too busy being a punk. She too busy being a fag. She too busy being selfish. You can't win no goddamn championship in a team sport with no motherfucking selfish person. That's backwards. This is a team sport. How the fuck you gonna win with somebody selfish? You can't. It's a waste of time. Believe it or not, it would be better for you to be by yourself until the game bless you, with that real hoe, with some real hoeing. Rather for you to waste time acting like everything is cool, professing to be pimping, but in all actuality, you're really just getting by. You don't have no currency, you don't have no serenity, but you're getting into a continuity of presiding over this bitch just to say that you got a bitch. Let it go. As long as you keep, that bitch that's cancerous, you're not going to have a prosperous time in this game. Let her go. She don't even want to be a blessing to her child or her children. How God gonna bless you? How the game gonna bless you? And you involved with somebody like this. It only makes sense. You're inviting demonic and satanic spirits in your life by you even having this bitch. Let it go. I don't know who needed to hear that, but P, P, take that and let that go. Do some pimping. Do me a favor, y'all, man. Hit that like button, man. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you click on the subscribe button. Make sure you click on the bell. Make sure you get those likes all the way up. Shout out to Robin Big Head Ass for coming up in here. Hey, baby. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, man, let that go. She ain't even going hard for her child. She ain't gonna go hard for you. She's a selfish motherfucker. You got to realize, man, it's just some bitches that really ain't shit. Yes, she got a fat ass. Yes, she got some big ass titties. Yes, she got some good markability. Yes, she got some good ass pussy. But the bitch ain't shit. You know what I mean? The bitch ain't shit. She just an ain't shit ass bitch. And you gonna feel like an ain't shit ass nigga if you deal with her. Let that go. All right? Yeah, let that situation go. Now, it was another question that was asked to me, and I know this is about to turn left. I know I'm gonna get some calls about this, but there was a conversation that happened earlier on Dinosaurs, and shout out to Dino. But yeah, it was a conversation. I'm not gonna say the young nigga name, but I'm just coming into the knowledge that this happened. I don't know everything in totality. I just know that he got broken for some currency, and that bitch decided to give the currency to somebody else. Now, this is a young guy that's professing to be a pimp. I've never pimped side by side with him. Don't really know him. You know what I mean? He seems to be a nice young man. But I don't know if he be some pimping or not. I just know he's a nice young man. And he's got a lot of ambition, so blessings to the young man. This is not for me to beat on the young man. I don't have nothing against him, you know what I mean? But just some good game for him. But listen, we're going to chop it up just like this, in this fellowship, right? It was a situation where, he ended up, the bride ended up stealing from him, Now this, I guess it was a bride that, was acting like she was some hoeing or what have you. Or maybe this was a bride he used to have. I don't know. But long story short, she ended up pilling him. She ended up getting some money from him. And he's supposed to be the pimping. And she took that money, supposedly, and gave it to somebody else. Now, my question to y'all is, can you still be considered a pimp? Do you still see him as a pimp if he got broke on or stolen from in that fashion? There was another situation of this guy that was in the strip club, if you remember, a similar situation to a guy that was in the strip club, and he had got broken, I think, by a chop. He had got a little drunk or what have you, and, the bitch stole from him and broke on him, and he's supposed to be the pimping, but he got broke on, Yeah. So do you think, or do you still see him as an authentic pimp after being broken on in that fashion? Now, what I will say, pimps have gotten, stolen from before. Pimps have been away, and maybe that hoe was at the house and she took some things and got out of there. You know what I mean? That type of shit has happened. Certain hoes then stole from their own wifeys before they blew up. That shit has happened. And you reap what you sow. If you've done this, bitch, it's only a matter of time. But we not talking about in those type of capacities. We talking about, a nigga being in a strip club, he getting drunk, the bitch sitting on his lap, she putting that fat ass, on between his lap, she rubbing that booty against his dick getting hard, he feeling himself, and while the bitch rubbing on that dick, she done eased her hands and pickpocket him. Just the same way she do a trick, she done set up there and pickpocket this man like he a fucking John. Do you still see him as an authentic representative of this game even after getting pickpocketed like a John? Hold on, let me see what he's saying. In the future, will you ever make a video on meditating on the spirit of pimping? In my eyes, it's one of the most important unspoken, unaware oracles. You know what? I think I'm stupid. I got to do it right. So this what y'all want? Do y'all want me to speak on the spirit of pimping one day while everybody sleep, and I just go like I do sometimes, and Sin just go live, like 5 or 6 in the morning when everybody sleep, and I just come on like this? You know? No, I'm fine. What Biggie say? I'm fucking with you. But yeah, man, you know what I mean? Maybe one day I will. As the spirit of pimping lead me, you know what I mean, I'll come forth, you know? What'd he say? What is the song you played? I don't know which one you talking about, but the song I just got through playing, that's the 99 songs of Allah. I mean the 99 names of Allah. Yeah, that's an old school joint. Let me see. Three God. Nigga, that was before Nature Boy, before y'all even knew what the fucking Nature Boy was. That song was out before YouTube was even cracking. Come on, man. Shout out to Tony up in here. But do you still see him as some authentic representation of the game after just getting broke on like a client? Do you still see him as a giant? Do you still see him as a giant after getting broke on like a client, you know what I mean, by a stripper or a hoe? Do you still think that he's still some authentic representation, you know, after losing some accumulation, you know what I mean, from this hoe, you know what I mean, that was sitting over there, you know, doing the sticky fingers dance, you did? Yeah, the bitch, you know, had some golden gloves, showed his pockets some love, broke on them, seduced them, reduced them, and produced off of them, man, you know? Do you still see him as a pimp after getting broke, you know what I mean, like a motherfucking square? You know? Now, to put it all in perspective, always remember, just to show you, I'm going to give you the wisdom of things. I think this guy is only like 2 years in the game. So he's a baby. You know, he's fresh out the incubator. And we all know, even from my experience and other P's, that when you first get into the game, a lot of dumb shit, a lot of tragic shit, a lot of contrary shit, you know, does happen. So do we automatically take the P from him just because the bitch took some money from him? It's not like he willingly gave the bitch some money and paid for a date. He was under the influence, and while he was under the influence, a bitch pretty much pickpocketed him and got him. You know? See, I like what P said. Everybody makes mistakes. You know what I mean? I like that. Everybody makes mistakes. I like that. You know what I mean? Plus, he's a baby, man. 2 years. Okay, and another thing. What's the time frame that we put on it? Let's establish that. What is the time frame that we putting on this? How long could a person be considered green? And then how long is a person, you know, now he's been in the game long enough to the point where if something like this happened, you know, it's like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? So we should have that established, you know what I mean, as well. Let me see. We got a little time. I spoke for like an hour, man, so we could get some calls in. Let me do this right quick. Hold on. I think y'all ready for that. I think y'all ready to see me with my hair, with my beard, and I'm going to start teaching the game in garments, and I'm going to start teaching the game in different robes. You know what I mean? I'm going to end up going to different Muslim countries, evangelizing this game. I'm going to change my name to Abu, the P. I'm going to start having more children than Nick Cannon. You know what I mean? And I'm about to just, yeah. And anybody that want to sit up there and really live with me, you can come. I'm about to start a whole new organization, a whole new movement of pimps and hoes. We about to start a whole nother movement, man. I'm about to take all of the different pimps and hoes out of America, and we about to start our own movement, man. We about to set our own laws. We about to go somewhere and we about to set our own laws up and everything. Hold on. I could just see them now. Survive and Sinful to P. He started his own movement. It was like, at first everything was just cool. We used to just, we were pimping hoe throughout the whole week. And then on Sunday, we would have church. Sin would just be a pastor who would sing gospel songs. Sin would get on the piano, and sing. And it was like a real family. And then how they'd be in the documentaries. Then it was like, once all the money kicked in and, we just got bigger and bigger and bigger, Sin just lost it. He started taking Sin, and then you got niggas crying, man. At first, man, he was like a brother to me, and then next thing Sin got on drugs and he would be hallucinating, and you know what I mean? And then, if you didn't obey the pimping, certain people end up coming up killed and oh shit. Hold on, this bitch calling. Hold on. Hello.
Hello.
I like the way you said hello. It was just so sexy, baby. Hey, listen, don't say nothing. I'm live right now. You straight?
My phone going dead.
Your phone going dead? What percentage is it on?
20.
You said 20?
Yeah.
Then bitch, how the fuck is going dead if it's on 20%? That ain't dead.
It go dead quick.
Okay, well look, bitch, this is what you do.
Once it start getting in red.
All right, baby, well look, this is what you do. Just turn it off, and then just call me within an hour. Call me an hour from now, but just turn it off for now, unless it's an emergency.
Okay.
All right, hold on. Oh my God, and we were just like a close family. And Sin would just introduce us to gospel songs we never heard. We were just pimping hoe throughout the whole week. And then, it was like so beautiful because Sin was never getting high. He was never getting drunk. And then, just greed just took over. He took all of the women. He took Robin. He took all of the women. Sin just started getting his Nick Cannon on and just having babies with all of the hoes. You know what I mean? Sin said he wanted a baby with hoes from all nations, from different locations. Oh shit. Hold on. Let me put this in there. All right, let me. Okay, I pinned it. It's 702-800-9473. Especially for the square guys, like, man, what's name was my girl, or what's name was my wife. Next thing I know, Sin took her. She's out here hoeing. You know what I mean? He started having babies. Then that's when the video kicked in. Sinful to P was on the mean streets. They got to bring American Gangster back with Vin Reams talking. Hitting the mean streets. That motherfucking shit used to kill me. And then all of a sudden they'll have like a nice moment. You're like, Tookie ran the program. And then they have people speaking on him and be like, he had an A1 mind. He ran the boys club. And, we were singing Kumbaya, we eat, chips, and we watched DuckTales and things like that. And then later on in the documentary, and then he would hit the harsh streets of Compton. Tookie, at nighttime, he was a walking predator. It was just total pandemonium when you seen him. You know, he didn't even have to ask for drugs. We would just give it to him. Them documentaries be funny as hell. But all right, man. My number is 702-800-9473. Once again, 702-800-9473. You know, and do me a favor, get my likes up. Thank you. See who this is? Hello.
Yes, P. How are you, sir?
Oh man, even blessed, man. What's going on with you?
I'm still learning. I've been a long time fan of the platform. I remember when you were back in Arizona.
Oh, okay.
Coach Snooki, that video was the first video that I ever watched of yours. Been a fan ever since. God bless your platform and all your endeavors.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I wanted to touch on a great idea that a great seed that you actually planted in my mind in regards to Kevin's passing, and you were referencing the missed opportunity by Dennis. But I think that because of him dropping the ball, it actually creates a greater opportunity. And I think that you, Freeze, and maybe even O'Shea and could maybe make this happen. And I was thinking maybe you could do something we could do something along the lines of like a Suit Saturday, but feature it prominently on a because I wanted to maybe coordinate it with his birthday, but that might not work. I was thinking maybe somewhere along the lines of like a fashion week or something along those lines, but do something annually to where we could commemorate Kevin's memory, his impact on the culture, and then do what you were saying should have been done for the funeral. Do that every year, kind of like what Spike Lee used to do for Prince with the concerts and whatnot, or like a festival type of a deal. But do something like that for Kevin every year since his funeral service was fucked off so hard.
Yeah. Now I think I got an idea that's even, now I like yours. Only thing is, when I finally get out this situation and get my citizenship, or it's either get my citizenship or just go back to the States or go to another country where I can freely do me without somebody trying to get me kicked out. When I'm able to show my face again and have the liberty, I'm definitely coming back in suits, my brother. If you remember, I was wearing suits. I came wearing suits. Freeze came wearing suits. We've been doing that.
No doubt.
Yeah. So it wouldn't just be Suit Saturday for us. It would be, all the time. But as far as the honor Kev, just to keep the Suit Saturday thing going in honor of Kev, yeah, that's not hard. That's not hard at all. Just keep his name alive.
But I meant like a specific day, even if it's the Suit Saturday. If that doesn't necessarily work with what I was thinking, then great. But even if it was just a day every single year, and you rented out or a mega church was rented out, and black people in Atlanta, came out, or from all across the nation came out to support his platform and his work, and just the impact.
Oh, you're saying
right.
Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with that, especially if somebody was to actually have either renting a place out or just if they just had a place where everybody can just come to clean as hell, sharp, and then just not only just fellowship, but this would be a good time for a lot of the young guys to just come up and do exactly what they wanted to do at the service, but never got a chance to, and just
Absolutely.
speak about,
Healing, therapeutic.
Would you
This is
say?
very therapeutic.
Yeah, because there were so many young men that I know that wanted to express their love. They wanted to express, like a thank you, man. I appreciate you. I needed to hear that at that particular time of my life, and you was that voice at that time. And see, this is what the haters not understanding. Whatever you reveal, whether it be true or false, to minimize Kevin, there's a population of people that just have deaf ears towards any hatred towards Kevin simply because at a certain place in their life, Kevin was a voice to them. Kevin gave them a message that was so powerful that compelled them to be the best them at that particular time of their life. And they're always going to be forever grateful, for that. So, it's really a waste of time to just keep hating and hating on it, man. But yeah, I believe that's definitely a great idea, man. That is a great idea.
I've taken heed to what you once said on your videos in regards to O'Shea, in that when you're speaking or when elders are speaking, that the recipient of the message, speaks in the vernacular of silence, and that O'Shea always takes notes. And that's something I've had to learn the hard way. And I commend you on all your efforts. My brother, Hugh Freeze, you happen to know my brother. I don't want to reveal who he is on this platform, but we are. I'm a very ardent supporter of what you do, and I think that you and Freeze definitely, like you mentioned on the Dennis video, you would certainly be. You should have been in that position for being spokespeople. You would have done a much appropriate job handling.
Can I just tell? Can I just tell the absolute truth? Even though I know the lifestyle that I live, everybody's gonna say no, and because of my past. But in all honesty, if they would have gave me the opportunity to even do the eulogy, I would have killed it.
You would have blew it out the water, no doubt.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I would.
There's no question.
Yeah,
There's no question.
Yeah, I would.
You would have been in Sharp's position right now. If basically, that's just my personal.
I don't even want that position, but
you would have went viral.
Yeah,
viral, I should say.
Yeah, I don't even want that position, but thank you. I appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah, no disrespect to either of you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, that's cute, but see, the thing is, when you come to see Sinful to P, it doesn't say no jumper. It just says Sinful to P, and that's not a shot at Sharp. But that's not his platform. That's Adam's platform. And that's just like,
24/7.
Yeah. So, that's not a position that Sin wants. I like whatever comes my way. It's just basically total with me. It's not me coming to another man's platform. And no, like I said, I don't want that position.
You just taking applications at White Castle, that's all. It's no big deal, Since you've always been the realest, I just have to say, brother, I remember when you were doing the Gangsta Brown video, I actually called in. This was years back, obviously. Brother, I have to tell the people, I was squatting in a hotel restroom bathroom at the time. When you actually had that live, when you had that stream, and I called in at that time. I was down bad. Fast forward to now, God, with the blessings of God, I'm in my own place, and my future's ahead of me. I'm in a stable position.
Amen.
But I just wanted to thank you, like I said, from the bottom of my heart, for all that you do for the people. And, you've just been a great elder for me to kind of just, and a big brother kind of for me to just, see what another, perspective of life is like, and just, I didn't have that. I basically grew up an only child. You know, I had step family and whatnot, but I just want to thank you, for
I
for
appreciate,
inspiring me,
brother.
you know.
I
And
sincerely thank you for that acknowledgement, and may the Lord God bless you real good. And I hope that in any endeavor that you may have, that God continuously, bless you, and may the mercies of God abide and never subside on your life. And just stay encouraged, man. Thank you for calling.
thank you, brother. I thank you for taking my call. You have a great night.
All right.
Bye bye.
Hello. Hello.
Hello,
What's going on?
Simpson.
Yes, this is me.
Am I live right now?
Yes, we're live right now.
All right. So, no, I just had a question. So, I'm talking to this one girl, and she's 29 years of age, and she's a virgin and doesn't want to do anything until marriage. I just wanted to ask you, what's your take, and do you think about that?
Okay, she's 29 years old and she's professing to be a virgin.
Right. So, no, she's a virgin. She just told me that she's a virgin. She hasn't done anything
Okay, and
at
she's
all.
29 years old.
Yes.
Okay, and she told you that she's a virgin, and do you believe that? And how do you believe? Why do you believe that?
I don't know if I believe it. She hasn't given me any reason not to believe it.
Well,
We just talking really.
I'm here
We
I'm
haven't
here
done
to tell
anything.
you that 9 out of 10, unless she's a woman of God, unless she has the grace of God keeping her, or like, I just don't see a woman that is not a part of, something that's greater than herself. It takes something that,
Right.
for a woman to be a part of something that's greater than herself, to have that type of discipline to the point where she's 30 years old and she's still maintaining her virginity. Now, I know some women like that, and the women that I know like that, they're involved in spirituality. They're involved in, things pertaining to God. And I believe that that could actually be maintained. There are definitely women, like that. But if she's not one of those, I highly doubt it. I
She
highly doubt
sounds,
it.
she talks a lot about the word of God and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, everybody posts that on Facebook. You got a bunch of ratchet, and you got atheists that might even share
Right.
inspirational scripture here and there. That don't mean anything. But like I'm saying, the way that, this woman that you're speaking about, how does she conduct herself? Like, does she conduct herself, like a woman with a lot of morals and, high standards, and like she's involved in spirituality? Like, is that her?
Yes, that's exactly how she sounds like. You're describing her. The thing is, though, that I don't know about the marriage thing. I don't know if I'm gonna wait all the way to marriage just to, I don't know.
Well, I'm gonna just say this to you. If you desire to have sex, and of course I could just tell by what you just said, that you're moving in carnality. You're moving according to the flesh. And if she truly does have her virginity, then you already know what you getting involved for. You just getting involved for some coochie, man. You can have that like God's air. That ain't nothing.
Right.
Yeah, that ain't nothing, man. You can, walk across. There's some women right now. You get in your car and just drive around. You know what I mean? There's some scavengers of the night. You know what I mean? It's a woman that's in Walmart right now. You get that from. Um,
Right.
seriously,
Now, so
it's just
why
that
is
easy. You can actually go to Walmart right now and go get you some snacks, and you might just find some old thick ass, or just fit, broad that what I mean, you just trying to sit up there and enjoy, for the time being tonight at Walmart. It's just
so let
that
me ask you this,
easy. But let me hold on. Let me just say this.
brother.
But
Yeah.
if this is a woman of high, value, because to be 29 years old and to be a spiritual woman and still maintaining, her virginity and things like that, if you don't have the right intentions, with her, man, Leave that little broad alone, man. You know what I mean? Especially if she's doing her best to be a good spiritual woman. Let her meet a spiritual man. You're a carnal man doing carnal things. So go get you a carnal bride.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, don't even do that. You know what I mean? If she trying to call herself being on the right thing. Now it's different if you say what you want and she yields to that, then that's a choice that she made. It's not on you anymore. If you tell her that that's what you desire from her, and if she's not willing to yield to temptation, then you go have fornication, with somebody else. But if she makes that decision, then the blood is not on your hand because you said what you wanted, and it was her that made the decision to allow you to enter in, to enter into her floodgates. You said what?
The thing is, though, yeah. The thing is, though, that I don't want to get married, right? And then it's like I have sex with her, right? And then it's like the relationship just goes down the drain. You know what I'm saying?
Like I said, man, I could just listen to you. You don't care about no damn relationship. You really just want to fuck. And if you just want to go ahead and fuck, hey man, getting pussy is about as easy as breathing the air of God. Ain't no need to sit up there and play with this little spiritual bride. And like I said, she might not be as spiritual as you think. She just might be a religious bride that just basically just not into you because you probably been acting thirsty or what have you, or you just been conducting yourself in a way that she's not attracted to you. But I guarantee you, if you sit up there and you tell her what she want or what you want, and if you say, yeah, I respect, what you're doing with your little religion and everything like that, but I'm a man with needs, and yeah, I'm going to fulfill my needs. You be blessed. You know what I mean? And if she decides, if she decides after hearing that, you know what I mean, like wait a minute, you're not gonna talk to me no more. You're not gonna fuck with me no more. You know what I mean? Like wow, like then that mean that she didn't whatever religion or whatever she was involved in, it wasn't about nothing anyway. And 9 out of 10, she, like I said, she might not be as spiritual as you think. She just might be one of them religious stock girls, you know what I mean? But she was just playing spiritual with you. You know what I mean? Then she come around another guy and man, another guy will be tearing that shit up. And then she might have gave you a facade and sold you a movie and told you that she was a virgin. And man, she been giving that pussy up more than, you know what I mean, a prostitute, you know what I mean, on Fig, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, brother.
Don't fall for the okie doke. Especially a bitch that's 29 years old telling you that she's a virgin. Man, 9 out of 10, man, this is a bold-faced lie. But hey, it might be possible. It might be that, she might be one of the spiritual ones that's still maintaining. But even those type of women, get weak because no woman wants to be alone. And the most spiritual, the most dedicated, devoted woman is still, she still get weak at times. So, always remember when it comes to women, everything is about timing. And you can even catch the strongest woman, at the right time. But, you be blessed, man. You know what I mean? Do your thing.
All
right.
Good work, man.
All right. Shout out to Diane, baby. I see that you sent the $100 on the PayPal. And hold on, let me look at this because somebody sent me a cash out. Okay, shout out to the Dallas Mac with the 7. Appreciate that, famo. Hello?
Hello?
What's happening with it?
This thing?
Huh?
I said, this thing?
Yeah, this is me, man. What's going on? Chop it up with me.
Man, before I ask my question, P, man, I just want to say thank you for your prolific dedication to the ministry in this game, man.
I appreciate that. But, like I always say, man, I'm a nobody just endeavoring to tell everybody about this game. All praise is due to the game. Now talk to me.
But, okay, this situation. I'm a young P that come out of Austin, Texas, and I'm in the process of learning my history of this game. And I know Texas is known all over for the ism, but I've never heard of any P originating and coming out of Austin, Texas. So like my question is have you met any authentic representation that originated and came out of Austin, Texas?
You know what? I think so. As a matter of fact, a couple of P's is coming to my mind, you know what I mean, from that Austin, Texas. You know what I mean? Yeah, Austin, Texas then produce some authentic representation. Might not be as many as a Dallas or a Houston, you know what I mean? But they got some authentic representation too. Yeah, it's some authentic representation that came out of Austin.
Okay. And then my other question for you, T, is have you ever heard or seen any stories of a P having a host stay down for his ism his entire career without sitting there fagging off or choosing up at least one time?
Yeah. Hell motherfucking yeah, nigga. As a matter of fact, hold on. As a matter of fact, this is how much I love the game. This is how you could tell that Sin just truly loved the game in spite of us being at odds or whatever, not seeing eye to eye. But that hold that Johnny Cash got, she has never paid anybody other than Johnny Cash. She don't know nobody's else pimping but Johnny Cash. Now, I'm not gonna make her an angel, but I ain't gonna get into all of that. But she ain't never paid nobody but Johnny Cash. You know what I mean? The only pimp that she know is Johnny's pimping. That's it. Also, you got Hook the Crook. Hook the Crook, him and his bride, I think they've been together for 30-some years, and they're married now. And I respect them because they did it the right way. They didn't get married until they were no longer in the lifestyle. When they was in the lifestyle, they were not married. You know what I mean? It was just straight lace, pimping and hoeing. But after they got out of the lifestyle, he married her. And all together now, they've been together for over 30 years. Yeah. So we do have successful pimp and hoe stories. As a matter of fact, Shantae had that little beautiful white thing. Shantae had that snow for over 2 decades. I want to say that Shantae had that broad for 24 or either 25 years. They were together, and it was a tragedy that they departed, but they still cool. But yes, they were together for 25 years. As a matter of fact, Rosebud, Bud even had some broads 12 and 15. I think, matter of fact, his longest bride that he had, I think he had her 19 or 20 years. Do you know what I'm saying? I think that the longest that Joe Cato had, I forgot the name of this bride, but Joe had this one bride, I believe. I think, if it was either 17 or 18, but don't quote me. But yeah, he had a bride for 17 or 18 years. You have to understand that, this was a different day. And especially the Chicago P's and New York P's, a lot of the Chicago and New York P's was young. You got to understand, this is a different era. This is a different day. A lot of them broads come out of poverty. So the pimping and hoeing, the lifestyle was kind of like a savior, empowering them and rescuing them out of poverty and giving them an opportunity to live like kings and queens. So in that era, that spirit of selfishness wasn't as visible. I'm not going to say it wasn't in existence, but it wasn't as prevalent as it is now, because it was truly two people coming together to be on one accord, to live like kings and queens. It wasn't a man manipulating a woman or trying to get over on a woman. No, it was the man coming together with his woman so they can win. Yeah.
Mm.
Wasn't no
Okay.
con artist. Wasn't no con artist shit. You know, this is my woman. This is my friend. This is my everything, and we gonna have everything. We coming together on one accord. You know what I mean? This is my baby. You know, this is my lady. So you have to also remember, put you in the right mind frame. Look at what the young pimps listen to today. They listen to Larry June. They listen to Jay Worthy. And there's nothing wrong with that. But they're listening to Sugar Free. They listening to, you know, Rallo and Freeze and Silky. But the pimps of old, they're listening to the Delphonics. They're listening to the Dramatics. They're listening to the Whispers. They're listening to Stevie. They're listening to Marvin. They're listening to Donnie. They're listening to Teddy. So, of course, if that's your campaign music, just look at the frame of mind, the frame of spirit that these individuals would be in, you know, campaigning, driving up and down the Blade, you know, in Zeemers and Rolls Royces, and you know what I mean? You got, Zoom playing. Real pimpin' shit. Appreciate that 10, fella. Good looking, man. Appreciate that, gentlemen. Thank you for appreciating this game. But, no wonder that these guys was gentlemen. No wonder these guys was in tuxedos and jewelry and always had their hair done and was smelling good and things of all the time. Look at their music. Look at their era. No wonder these guys was having women 15 and 20 years, and things like that. Look how they treated their women. They didn't, you know what I mean? They treated their women better, you know what I mean, in that time. And not just in our lifestyle, the men treated the women better in that era. They valued the woman more. I love you. You're not no broad that I'm manipulating or trying to deceive out of some money. You're my woman. You're my hoe. You're my friend. It's me and you against the world. When the whole world come against me, I'm expecting you to be right there on the side of me. So, yeah, man. Them pimps and hoes, man. They come out, and then you have to understand, and not to disrespect no woman of any other color, but we just have to just tell the truth. Man, it's just something special, man, about that black woman, man. Can't get away from it. See, when it comes to that black woman, in those days, not just in the game, just black women, period. You had abusive husbands who were pastors, who were bishops. You had abusive boyfriends. You had abusive pimps. See, people, they putting the pimp on it. And they're trying to basically criticize the whole population because of abusive representation, when in all actuality, there's abusive representation in every walk of life. And, in those days, no matter how abusive a guy was, whether it was verbally or physically or what have you, those women were so down for their man. In them days, it was abominable. It was just like, I'm not leaving my husband, or I'm not leaving my man. This is my man. So of course, in that era, the men had a greater chance of winning because the women had a different definition of love and loyalty and faithfulness. The women embraced femininity. These females that profess to be women now, they embrace masculinity, which is contrary to how God created them. So it was easier for the fellas to win in that day versus now. That's why I give it up to the young pimps now, because to pimp accordingly, to be a straight-laced pimp in today's era is man, it's something.
Well, thank you for that, Pete. And on my last question, walking out, I want to ask you, do you still do consultations?
Yes, I still do. But you guys got to listen to the guys that's listening to me. When you book a consultation with me, immediately text me 702-800-9473. Because sometimes you guys book consultations with me and I got to email you to find out what your number is because it's telling me that you made a consultation with me, but I'm not able to get in contact with you because I don't see the number. So that's why a lot of times, some of you, I had to email you to get your contact information so we can have the consultation. But I'm letting you know now, if you're going to do a consultation with me, immediately after booking it, just text me and say, Sin, I just booked the consultation with you, and you just take that confirmation, which is once it shows you that you booked it, just screenshot that, send it to my phone, and so I know that, you know what I mean, okay, this is authentic, you just did that, and we can, come on one accord to do it,
Okay, and how do I set that up?
Oh man, you can go to www.sinfultop.net. That's www.sinfultep.net. Click on the consultation button and set up an appointment. Or, for the people that got it like that, for my real clientele that's been with me for years, when you get it in with me like that, you don't have to go to the website. My people really just be cash apping me or Zelling me and just tell me the time that they got availability. And that's when we come on one accord to do it.
Well, thank you, Sin, for your time, family.
Appreciate that. Now, Tony, www.sinfultop.net. But I appreciate that. But thank you for calling in. I'll take a few more calls. Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
What's going on,
Hey,
man?
is this Sinful?
Yeah, this is me. What's happening,
Hey, how
Sam?
you doing, brother?
I'm
how
blessed.
You feeling, man? We on?
Yeah, we on right now.
Hey, man, first off, man, I just wanted to salute, man, take my hat off to you, OG, but I ain't gonna try to hold up your line, but I need a brief moment, man. I'm coming to the altar. You know what I mean? And I'm coming to you straight up and down raw. I'm 33, you know what I mean, from the Maryland area.
Mm-hmm.
I got put on to you from just my man, man. He shot me one of your joints, man, late night. I'm working my late night shift, 11 to 7 and all of that, and I'm grinding. And pretty much, man, my layout is this, man. I came down here, you know what I mean, up in Baltimore, man, and I wound up getting married probably like around 19 or something like that. You know what I mean? I wasn't seasoned to the game, probably like maybe the last couple of years, just getting raised off of, getting raised off of you. Dudes like Corey Holcomb, things like that, picking up my game through trial and error and stuff like that, man. You know what I mean? And just learning my value as a man, first and foremost. And let me put it to you like this. This woman who I married, man, she wasn't that bad at all. And I wound up having 2 great sons, you know what I mean, 13 and 8. My boys are strong, man. My 13-year-old, he boxing right now. He been boxing for the past year. He going hard, man, and he got confidence in himself, man, and he's overcome some things. And my 8-year-old, he doing his thing and he boxes as well. She's not real supportive of them, and she doesn't really, I guess, understand the true role of being a wife. And my position to her now over the last 2 years has been, the last few months has been this. Hey, listen, I gave you a lot of chances, and you fumbled the ball on, managing finances and just setting her up, man, real easy kind of you know what I mean? Pay for her to go to school and different little situations like that so we can, build together. You know what I mean? God forbid something happened to me, things like that, man. And again, she's not just the worst woman, but I pretty much told her, listen, finances and everything else going on, you ain't got no control over nothing, man. And my layout to you and what I'm laying to you is, shorty, this is how it's going to be. She calls me a tyrant. You understand what I'm saying? She says that, I'm just unfair, this and the third. The kids got more than one mother because, the way I put it down, I got my sons reading after school. I make these brash decisions without her, and I know you don't know me, but for what I've shown her, I've never put them in compromising positions. We've never been sleeping on the curb. We've never been over here fucked up. every time when I tell her something, the outcome of something, it's like, hey, listen, I told you, don't do this. This was going to happen. Now, I'm going to give you this right here before you bless it with the game. This is just going to be a little prerequisite almost to the type of individual it is. Now, right, she has a vehicle. Now, I noticed her vehicle. I'm like, man, your alternator is messing up on that car, right? But this is what we're going to do. I'm going to pay for the part and stuff like that, but you got to pay for the labor. I do things like that to try to give us some type of incentive. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been doing everything for some time. You know what I mean? So I try to go ahead and do that, right? She beefing, squawking, whatever little stuff. It's her people's funeral. I'm working late night. I'm running around working daytime and stuff like that. I say, look, why don't you go ahead and ride with your folks, or either I'll drop you off or whatever the situation is. Oh, no, you know, I need to have my car. Woo, woo, woo. I say, well, listen, I say, if you drive the car, then you understand that it's a possibility, you know, it's going to break down on you. All you're doing is putting more strain on the battery. Just barking, man. I'm just like, damn. She brought the calling me later on in the day. Are you around? I'm stranded. I laugh it off. I say, hey, where you at? I'm over here by the gas station. Go over there, go save her, give her a jump the car, and stand in the third. So, yo, you got to follow me to the house, man. Park that car, man. I just said this. You know, I'm driving. I haven't spoke to her really since this. I've had on ice. I've been over here. I've been at hotels and little spots. And she says, I'm just driving. And I'm thinking she's following me. P, don't you know she went off to her people's her people's repast and all that shit, man? Anyway.
Wow.
Picked her sister up, had her sister in the car, all that shit. You understand what I'm saying? She barely make it to her sister's house. The car basically dies right in the sister's parking lot. You know what I mean? I didn't go back to get it or none of that. You know, I just wiped my hands with it. It's like she don't understand consequence. So,
right.
Where you at with it? I mean, where am I? You know what I'm saying? I've get my confidence back. I'm a reborn brother, man. I was a simp at one time. I was raised with my grandmother. My father went to jail in '88. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really have no relationship with him until, early 2000s. By then, I'm 13, 14. I'm outside. I'm running around. My father wound up moving down here. I'm pretty still much under the tutelage of that feminine energy, that matriarch energy. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? My grandfather, my grandfather was a player nigga. You know what I'm saying? He always had.
Shout out to your grandfather.
Yeah, no doubt. Shout out, man. Grandpops always used to ride with me, and I mean, let me ride with him in the Audis. He always kept the fresh Audis, and it was this lady. I ain't gonna say her name, but I've known her just as long as I know my own grandmother. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I grew up with her grandkids and things like that, and I always kept that. You know what I mean? Me and my grandfather tight to this day. He's still living. So I'm just being awakened to what it is that I am. And I'm feeling like I'm losing a little bit of time and taking years off my life as long as I fake it with this woman. And I can't fake no more with nothing. You understand what I'm saying to you?
Right,
and you're part of my awakening.
Right.
So I'm here on my lunch break, man. I'm sitting in my car, man, and I'm waiting for you, OG. It's on you. I'm waiting for you. What you think?
Man, listen. I think that you need to set up a consultation. Yeah, that's because I can't even fit all the information that you're in need of, just in this one, back and forth, on a call in. So yeah, you really do need to go to the website and set that thing on up. But as far as, with this woman, I like heard bits and pieces, but I can't even lie to you, fam. You was like Carmen Sandiego with it, man. You was over here, you was over there, you was going so many places, man.
I've been trying to get through for a minute.
No, I just let you do your thing, fam. I didn't even stop you. I just let you. I was like, man, the whole time, while you was saying this, I was having so many thoughts about this and that and that and this. Right. You was just everywhere, fam. So listen, with this bride,
it's all good.
yeah, with this bride, you don't want to be with her no more, or what's going on, man?
Yeah, man, I'm on the right off, man. Like I said, I'm coming to the altar, man. You understand?
Well, no, you don't need to come to the altar because you're not in the game. and you really haven't done, and I'm gonna keep it so 100 with you. I was really doing that to my audience, just like you were talking. I was doing that to them just to take them through it. And I know this is gonna sound so heartless, but the whole time while you were talking, man, fam, I wasn't even listening to you. So I don't even know what the
Man,
fuck.
look, that ain't
Listen to me.
heartless.
I
That
don't
ain't
even
heartless,
no.
man. That
Listen
ain't
to me.
heartless.
Listen to me. I don't even know what the fuck you said. I was just letting you go, and but it was beautiful. Whatever you said, it was beautiful. I just don't know what the fuck you said. I was just letting you go, and I was just looking at the numbers drop. I was so busy looking at my people making heartless statements and just laughing in the inside. But I don't
Oh,
even know.
man.
I don't even know what the fuck you said.
Hey, look, P,
And
that
just to be
motherfucker just popped me
hold
though.
on,
Put it down, though.
and just to be real, because people are dying and we could
Right.
die at any moment. I don't even want you to say that shit again. We just gonna hope that God bless you and hope that God bless you on your way, and you just be blessed. But no, we don't want to hear
No
that shit
doubt.
again. I don't know what the hell you said, but if you pay for that whole movie, for that motherfucking documentary that you just said, I'm pretty
No
sure
doubt.
that I will be able to listen then. But when you went into
No
like a
doubt.
whole
No doubt.
movie, yeah, I don't know what the fuck. I don't even know
I
what the
just
fuck you
needed to get it
said,
out to a
man.
real end, man. And don't worry, man. I ain't nowhere in the parking lot ready to blow my wig out of duck, man. It's all good,
Man,
man. I
man,
appreciate you
listen,
stepping in all
listen, listen, listen. I just don't know what the fuck you said. But listen, man, be blessed.
that.
Oh God. Hello?
What's going on, Sam?
Oh man, blessed to see another day. What's going on with you?
Nothing much, man. Just got off of work, man. I really need to talk to you, bro, because you know what I'm saying? You're an OGP, bro. I ain't a P, but I exalt what a P should exalt, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is exalting the stature to be respected as one would be as a P. You know what I mean? Like appearance, stature, you know what I'm saying? How you come to the woman, you feel me? Things of that nature. But like, I really wanted to ask you something because like I got this on my mind, you feel me? And I really need some guidance.
Uh-huh.
So I love this woman, you feel me? But she's into some things, you feel me, that I really can't even talk about. You know what I'm saying? Like I really can't even talk about it. But
You love
like,
this woman and she's involved in some things that you can't talk about.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And I want to. I mean, I know you're a man of, you know what I'm saying, faith. You know what I'm saying. And I wanted to know, like, should I try to, like, you know what I'm saying, pursue it, or am I just like being foolish?
Well, first of all, let me say this. In order for somebody to provide wise consultation, you have to provide information pertaining to the situation that you want information about. And right now, you just said that you were, in love with this woman, but she's involved in
Principality.
some things that, what I mean, that you can't speak about. So I can't really preside over this because you haven't given any information pertaining to it.
Okay. How about this? Have you ever been involved with a woman who used to or is a part of principalities?
Have I ever been involved with a woman that was involved with principalities?
Yes, sir.
I'm pretty sure. Yes, I have. Yeah, I have been involved with a woman of Do you know what principalities is?
I mean, like, so,
Mr. Ephesians. Go ahead.
yes, sir. I mean, like, you know, congregations, denominations, so on and so forth.
So you don't know.
No, I
Let me.
do. I do.
Oh, okay. But what compelled you to quote that? Well, not to partially quote that scripture pertaining to her.
No,
Like, what made you
no.
think?
I was going
What
off.
made you
I
think
was
of
going off
that
like
with
when
her?
because like okay, so I can't really say too much, but it's a congregation,
Mm-hmm.
an order, and you know what I'm saying, there are certain politics and whatnot, and like
Are you
she's
saying
showing love,
the woman that you're
so
you're involved in, is she in a cult?
to speak.
Okay. And so you're in
I
love
say,
with a woman
I
that's
say
in a cult.
in the occult, not a cult, not a cult per se, but the occult.
Right. Okay. And it's irritating your soul, or like is it vexing to you that she's
No,
involved in
no,
this?
no,
Like, what's the problem?
no. I'm saying I need your advice. Like, should I continue to exalt divine love for this person,
You're being
or
too
should
deep. You're being too deep. There's nothing about it's nothing about you or what you feel right now that says anything about divine. You're doing too much. No. What if you want to continue to basically fuck her and be with her and things like that, you know what I mean, you can. But no, I don't think that you actually love her. I don't discern that from you. And I might be coming off
really?
people, somebody might say I'm being harsh, but no, I don't think that you're in love. Maybe inordinate affections, but I don't think that you're in love. No. I don't get that. I just
Okay.
don't. Sometimes when I'm speaking to people, as the Word of God says, spirit knows spirit, and I'm not getting that from you. I don't think that you're in love with this girl. She can leave you, or you can leave her right now. You'll go to somebody else. You're not in love with her. There's nothing divine about what you guys got right now. That's totally permissive.
Okay. 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 But I do love her though.
You probably care about her. You're concerned about her. Like if she was to die or something was to happen to her, you would be hurt because you actually have a sincere care for the girl. But to say that you're in love and using words like divine and everything like that, that has nothing to do with that. No.
I mean, it's a balanced love, dude. You know what I mean?
Well, no, I don't think that. You need to look up the word divine. Divine has nothing to do with the relationship that you have with this girl that you're fornicating with. No.
No, I'm not fornicating with her. It's a woman that like
So wait a minute.
I do.
So wait a minute. So now you're
I'm not
saying
fucking her.
so you're saying that you're not fornicating with her.
No sir, no sir, no sir.
Okay, so what are you doing with her?
You know, like okay, so like in the cult, it's, you know what I'm saying? It's
Wait a
politics
minute.
and
Wait a
whatnot.
minute. Stop.
But like
Are you even in a relationship with her?
no.
So you're in love with her and you're not in a relationship with her. Oh my God. So wait a
That's my
minute.
wife.
So you have a divine love for this girl. You're not in a
Com-
relationship with her. She's in a
a
cult.
compelled love.
She's in a
A compelled
cult.
love.
You said what?
A compelled love.
A compelled love? A compelled love by who? Who are you being compelled by?
I would say he himself, the one.
Oh my God. Yeah, man. I'm starting to think that this bitch don't even exist. You just wanted to talk to me, man.
No, she do.
Enjoy.
She fuck with me.
I,
She fuck with me.
she what?
She fucks with me.
She slept with you.
No, she fuck with me. She rock with me.
She rock with you. How does she rock with you? Define rocking with you.
Like when you see a young man of color exalt himself in a stature that is attacked daily in the media and by society and by his peers, you know what I'm saying? You go out of your way to show that person love and show them, you know what I'm saying, encouragement in what they're doing and in their excellence and in their intelligence. You know what I mean? Because, like, they don't want to see men of color be excellent They don't want to see us be.
Yeah, man. I did my best to, while he was trolling me, I did my best to troll y'all, but that shit got draining. I had to move on, man. He talking about rocking with him and all of this shit. You know, she said she's a woman. Hold on. She's been calling back and forth. Let's see what she has to say. I know I don't want to talk to you. She says that she's a woman, so. Hello.
I'm gonna tell you one thing for sure, two things for certain. I don't know what niggas be having going on in their fucking mind. Okay?
Okay, if we're gonna talk, you're gonna have to refrain from using the word nigga.
Oh, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I don't know what guys be having in their mind. Motherfuckers be like, oh, P, money. But what? What's the angle?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all motherfuckers, I don't listen to y'all motherfuckers.
Excuse me. I think that you're more intelligent than that. You're doing yourself a disservice by even using profanity. No more profanity. Just talk. Go ahead.
Absolutely. I know one thing for sure, two things for certain. Guys, the attraction that you have to your station, that is of men, are incorrect.
Okay, I had to let her go. I had to let her go because if I had allowed her to keep talking, I was gonna get slow. I had to. I wanted to troll y'all while she trolled me, but the bitch was so slow that if I had kept listening to that shit, I was gonna lose brain cells. And I just can't do that. I needed to pimp with. I need my brain cells to pimp with, so no, I had to move on. Let me take this call. Hold on. Hello.
Hey, what's going on, bro?
What's going on with it?
I'm John Simple here.
You said who?
Is it Simple?
Yeah, I believe that you seen the phone number and call, brother. Go ahead.
Absolutely. Hey, man, I just wanted to, not from your area, of course, just sort of rocking with you for a minute. I sort of picked you up from Star and Buck.
Oh, you found out about me through Star?
Yeah. Okay. Just like real brief.
Okay, blessings to Star. You guys go check out Star Report. Star has always been a blessing to me, and I definitely want to be a blessing to him, man. So when y'all get a chance, you can go check out Star Report. All right, fam, what are you talking about?
But I'm not doing what everybody else is doing. I simply wanted to just sort of talk to you. I'm sort of I've been in the church. I'm out of the church, but I just wanted to sort of give big ups to the spirit or the person that's coming through the airwaves. I think your word is insane, bro. I almost want to ask you. I know you're from Chicago, but the planet that you speak from is insane because I'm not a person. I'm out of the church, quote unquote church, but I think the word that you deliver picks up all the pieces. If I let them go, it picks them right up and it puts me in a position that works for what I'm doing today. So I certainly want. I'm not about to pimps and hoes, all that. You know, they're like words. It works out, but the word generally is a beautiful word, and I just wanted to call to just to give thanks to what you do. You know what I mean? No disrespect for what you do, but certainly give thanks and say that it's magnificent, bro. So keep doing what you're doing. And that's all I want to do, bro. Just say that to you.
Man, thank you, man. I appreciate that. The Word of God says that the gifts and callings of God are without repentance. So it's all thanks to God. It ain't me, man. It's all thanks to Him and this game. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for giving me those words of acknowledgement, and blessings to you in all your endeavors, brother. Thank you.
Absolutely. Appreciate you, bro.
All right. Y'all just so heartless, man. He was a normal phone call. Come on, man. It's 3 o'clock EST time right now. Yeah. Look at Chucky talking about some Danish, my brother. What? Bandman Kevo? I'll be trying to do my best to be merciful to Kevo, man, because he from the Shy. But at the same time, man, I wasn't really with him getting high value thighs, man. Yeah, I don't know why would you get Kevin Samuels? And I told you guys I love you, but I don't love y'all good enough to when I die, I want you putting me on your thigh. Now, if you're a woman, you want to put me on your thigh, even though I'm not a tattoo guy, then do your thing, baby. But as far as a nigga, I don't want my handsome ass face on no nigga's thigh. Like, what is that about? Hello?
Hey, man, I'm just calling back to say, man, I just hope the good Lord deal with all you cold-hearted sons of bitches out that motherfucker, man. And y'all need to get up here and tell y'all truth, too. Whole-ass niggas.
Okay, let me block. Oh, shit. The number is 702-800-9473. Oh, God. I just let him go. He called in and cussed all of us out. Okay, hello?
Saying, what's good, P?
What's going on with it, man?
Man. It's an honor and a privilege, bro.
Likewise.
Yeah, I'm I guess you can call me a square with a little bit of game. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But, I've been in a relationship. I know that's not your lane.
Hold on for a minute. Hold on. Hello?
Yes.
Yeah. Go ahead and you already know what to do. Go to that place.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Okay, hello?
Yeah.
All right, fam.
Yeah.
Now, you said you in a relationship?
Okay. Yeah, I'm in a relationship, bro. And, man, I got a good chick for the most part. You know what I mean? But she got some issues. She not really. I be feeling like sometimes she just stubborn, hard-headed. You know what I mean? She ain't really got nobody but me. You know what I mean? So it's like I just got blessed with a situation with my employment. So I'm well-to-do right now. All praises due to God. And, it's a part of me that want to, bestow that to her. I want to marry her, in my heart. But my mind is saying that that's not a good idea. You know what I mean? Because the things that I'm asking her to do is, as far as, being a woman, taking care of the household and taking care of me and really making me feel like the king and the man I want to be, the man I see myself as, she ain't really backing that up. I don't even know if she was able to. You know what I'm saying? I explain it to her. I show it to her. I try to lead by example. You know what I'm saying? She ain't really the flyest chick. You know what I'm saying? She ain't bad looking, but she ain't really got the type of style. I'm a nigga with some style. I'm a big nigga, but I'm a big nigga with style. You feel me? So when I get fitted, I gotta fit her so she can match me because she just don't got it. But she's a beautiful spirit, though. You feel me?
Okay.
So it's like I'm in a situation, and I want what I want in my life. You know what I mean? But I don't want to be a fucked up person and say somebody that's good because of some, you know, some particulars. So I'm kind of like, I'm at a crossroads. Like, what should I do?
Let me ask you this, because in the beginning you said that you wanted to marry her. What compelled you to say that? Why do you want to marry her?
Man, because I want to do it for her, fam, to be honest. And also in my life, like, you know what I'm saying, the stage I'm in my life, I feel like as long as we've been together, we need to be either making that move or moving a different direction.
Okay. And how long you guys been together?
Total of 14 years.
Okay. Well, let me say this to you, and I know that seems like a while, and it is. But when you're dealing with something sacred like a marriage, you know, before you get involved in that, you need to get inspiration from God, because marriage is nothing to play with. And then for you to say that, you know, I don't even know if she's capable, you know, of support, even, you know, meet me at this level, you know, then if you already know that in your mind, and if you're feeling that, the only thing that I could say to that is, you know, a lot of times when you waiting on somebody to arrive on your level, you only depriving yourself, you know, to go into the next. You know, so this might not be the individual that, you know, God has for you. This might not be the individual that was designed by the divine, you know, for you. And don't ever get married to a woman just because we've been together for 14 years. Because you would get involved in a marriage and you'll be like, man, you know, this was the worst mistake that I could have made. It's never being walking down aisles and making vows and making a covenant with God with this woman just because you've been together for 14 years. That's not good enough. And I know that sounds harsh, but it's really not good enough. That's not good enough. You know, so in all actuality, I can just tell you care about her. But again, just like I've been telling a lot of guys tonight, I don't think that you're really, you know, in love with this woman, especially to be getting married. You know, you're just doing that because you're just like, oh, what the hell? We ain't getting no younger, and you know what? That's the wrong message. Even if we getting older, I don't want to be old with somebody that I wasn't, you know what I mean, called and chosen and ordained by God to be with. I don't want to be unequally yoked. That is the wrong attitude to have. You know what I mean? Oh, we ain't getting no younger girl. We might as well go ahead and do this shit. You know, like when you even listen to certain songs, like even Jacket Edge, they love that song. But if you just listen to that, like, yeah, girl, you know, we ain't getting no younger, you know what I'm saying? We might as well go ahead and do this shit. You know what I mean? I really don't want to do this. You know, I'm really not fucking with you on that. But, I mean, we ain't getting no younger, man. We might as well, you know, go ahead and do this. Like, there's never a reason, you know, to get married. You know?
Right, and I told her, too. I'm like, listen, man, at this stage, we should be. And the truth of the matter is we're not there, and you know why. You know, and you know that me making that step with you, you know yourself that it doesn't make sense, and that's the problem. You know what I mean? So it's like I want to give you an opportunity to make it right, but I feel like I've given her a long time. But, you know, we all humans.
Do you have a child or children with her?
Nah, man, that's the thing. You know. That's not really happening, you know. She don't have no parents, you know what I'm saying? So I sympathize with a lot of her situation.
Oh, so you've been feeling sorry for her. No, that's not. No, we don't want to get married because we having a pity party for her. No, I don't want to. Just because you're, you know, simp sympathizing, with the bitch. You know what I mean?
I
That
hear
you
what
gonna
you're
marry
saying. I
with
hear
her.
you.
You know what I mean? No.
I should have said empathize, but yeah, you feel me.
Yeah, but when a bitch tell you a horror story and you feeling sorry for her, then it's really just sympathize. You're sympathizing with the bitch. It's like, oh my God, I feel so sorry for you. Oh my God, let's just go ahead and get married. Like, no, no.
I
That
know,
means
but we humans, you know what I'm saying? And
I
we feel,
understand that, but that means that you would be emotional like her. That's not logical. Marriage is a business. And
right.
the things that you described about her, this seems like a wrong move. This is not
So what
somebody
is
that
the move
compelled
though? What
the
is the move at this point?
the move at this point is to actually wait on God. The move at this point is to be with somebody that compels you to be the best you that you can be. The move is when somebody compels you, what I mean, to be the best you. The move is to be with somebody that's equally yoked. Yeah, that's the move. The move is to be with somebody that brings more to the table than just some coochie and some head. But she also got her own bread as well. That's the move.
Right, right. And and let me say this too, man. In the beginning, it was times, I came in, with some money in my pocket, and then soon after that was done with, and she supported me through that time, like with no sweat. You know what I'm saying? We would go places, and she would just put it in my hand. You know what I'm saying? From her purse. So I think that made me feel like, there's somebody that's down for me. There's somebody that, you know what I'm saying, I have to kind of return the favor. I owe her the same type of, loyalty she gave me, you know what I'm saying, when I was down.
Mm-hmm.
So, I look at that, I don't want to just overlook that part.
Okay, I understand. And Shay, just a side note, Shay needed her ass whooped. She cutting up. But no, just to let you know, like I said, everything that you're saying, it's emotional. It's coming from an emotional place. It's not coming from a logical place. You're not thinking this through. And no, in reality, you're a smart guy. You don't want to marry this girl. You know what I mean? You got feelings for her. She been down with you. Y'all been together for over a decade. But do you really want to be married to somebody that you're not in love with? Somebody who really don't got their shit together. Somebody that does not, she's just not on one accord with you at all.
Right.
So let's just keep it real. This is your friend. You're always going to be able to be friends with her. You can always get, what you want, from her. She's loyal. She's down and everything like that. But yeah, man, erase all that marriage shit, out your vocab with this broad. Seriously. Yeah, get that marriage shit out your vocab. I don't know what's wrong with you guys.
Yeah.
You guys just want to get married and fuck up your lives and waste time. No, don't get married just to be getting married. Like, I never been married before. Let me just go ahead and do that and just see how it feel. Like, no. Everything that men do. Hold on. Always remember this. Women are governed by how they feel. Men are governed by what's real. They're governed by how they feel. We're governed by what's real. They're governed by a feeling. We're governed by what we know. So anytime where a guy is making a decision off of a feeling, he's already fucking up right there. The heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked, as Jeremiah 17:9 said. So if he's moving in feelings, emotions, and he's moving like the bitch, and as the word of God say, acknowledge him in all thy ways. Lean not to your own understanding, but acknowledge him in all that way, and he will direct that path. You know what I mean? No. We're not moving in feelings. We moving in the will of God. We're not moving in feelings. We moving in business. We're not moving in temporary emotions. We're moving in logic.
Right.
So if it does not, again, you guys always remember this. If it does not bless my income, if it does not bless my outcome, I do not welcome this situation, this person, this energy, this vibration, this whatever, these spirits into my life. If it's not blessing my income, if it's not blessing my outcome, I'm not welcoming this in my life. Marriage with you? Hell no. Marriage is a business. And to get involved in a business with this person who's not about her business, not about the father's business, she's not about her business, you have no business, you know what I mean, getting involved in a business with her. Simple and plain. She's not about the father's business. She's not about her business. Then why get involved in a business like marriage with her? It is a complete waste of time.
Straight up. I hear you, P. I hear you, P. I appreciate you too, man.
Thank you.
I just wanted to say, man, I'm a fan of what you do. I appreciate you, blessing me with your wisdom. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's something in my heart to want to do that. But
see, listen to what you just said. Thank you. It's in my heart. We don't want to follow our hearts. Certain people followed their heart and they're dead now. Certain people followed their heart and they're in prison now. Some people have followed their heart and they're in relationships and marriages and they wish that they were alone. And I keep saying that because it's so simple, but man, that what Nas said, it sticks in my head all the time. There's nothing worse than being alone than wishing that you were. So with that being said, man, we don't want to follow our hearts. No, not Jeremiah 17:6, Jeremiah 17:9. The heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. We don't want to follow our hearts. We don't want to follow feelings. We want to follow what's real, not with what we feel. That's how people get in cults. That's how people get in religions. That's how people make bad decisions because they're following a feeling, an emotion, but it's not real. Men go by what's real. Women go by what they feel. They just want to feel good. But just because something feels good, that don't mean that it is good. There is a way that seemeth right, but the ways thereof is the ways of death. So we don't want to go by feelings.
No, I hear you, man. I hear you. So, with it being this time, all this time, we've been together. You know what I mean? Like, how do you go about just moving on from a situation just because
you don't want,
it ain't going nowhere, but
you're not going to move.
It's beef or issue.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what I mean? So you just decide, hey, you know what? This ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna do my own. You know what I mean? Like
I know, but see, I can just tell. Listen, I just know you from this phone call, and I can already discern your spirit, fam. You would tell her that, and then days later you will feel bad. Them emotions, you be like, man, I miss her. Because you got to remember, man, you've been around her for 14 years. And if you was to leave her now, if you was to say those words that you just said, you would get away from her for a few days and you be like, man, I miss her. And that I miss you feeling end up driving you right back to her. Because see, she's not only governed by feelings, you're governed by feelings too. So you would say something out your mouth and then your actions will go right back to her. You got to get yourself together.
Yeah.
Cause right now, you like that Lil Mo song. Let's make it official. You ain't going nowhere, and I ain't going nowhere. That's you.
Hey, man. Hey, I
call for this. I'm gonna receive it. 'Cause I
Yeah.
know it's all good at the end of the day. But you know, the thing is, we done been through this a couple times, so I did come back. But this time, it ain't no coming back if I do decide to call it quits. So that's why I'm trying to figure out, you know, which way is it going? Are we gonna go forward, or are we gonna go apart? And it seemed like the writing is on the wall to go apart. You know what I mean? And just hate to leave them hurt feelings, especially when I feel like I just been blessed, you know, with my income and everything. Shit gonna look like nigga just used her till I came up. You know what I mean?
I feel you, but like I said, you would say all of the right words and say it's not working out and this and this and this, and you would leave her and you would go right back to her. I just like, fam, I ain't never even physically been around you, and I can just discern your spirit. You'll be like, man, that's not right, Sin. You know, I've been with her for 14 years. I can't just let her go, man. I'm going back. Next thing you know, you'll be in between them thighs. I love you, baby. I miss you. I miss you too. You miss me, baby. Yeah, I miss you too. Oh. You know what I mean? It's just that square shit. I could already feel it.
I guess I gotta accept I'm a piece of the content, but that ain't what it is, though, Sin. I'm really calling you because I'm ready to make a decision.
All right, we gonna see. It's easier said than done.
Straight up.
You know? And as a matter of fact, don't let this be the last time that we speak. Keep us posted.
I will do, pimp.
All right, man. Blessings to you.
All right. You too.
Knowing y'all, I don't know why all y'all, when y'all call me, all of a sudden you want to get playerish. You want to get pimpish. You want to get mackish. If you know that you in love and you know that, you know what I mean, or you feel like, you know what I mean, you feel this your boo thing, even when I tell you about the real thing and expose that you don't even have the real thing, but because you so into her, because you on that, I love my baby mama, I never let her go, because you feel like that, you're gonna run back. I'm telling you, I just know them type of guys. He gonna say all of that shit. I believe he will tell her that. But then a few days later, you know, that I miss you feeling is gonna come over him and he's gonna go right back. And they'll end up fucking and, you know, I miss you too. You know? Yeah, I don't think that he'll be leaving her anytime soon, man. No, I don't see it. But to each his own. Hold on. Okay, there we go. All right, man. Listen, man, we've been chopping it up. I didn't even know we've been on that long. We've been chopping it up for almost 3 hours. Let me look at the time. Hold on. Yeah, I might come back later on, man, and end up doing a review or something. But I appreciate you guys, man, for standing up with me. Y'all always chopping it up with me, man. Thank you. You know, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Hold on. There we go. You said that to say what? I said what to say what? What are you talking about, bud? Are you reviewing the verses tomorrow? Man, you know when that verses start, I'm not gonna be live. Yeah, this live going on Patreon. This ain't even gonna stay. Yeah, I'm gonna put this on Patreon. Yeah. And Shay, you silly, talking about some old boys. Oh my God, Shay need her ass whooped. Old boys. I'm still waiting on Bug to reply back. I guess she got scared. You know what I mean? Hey, Miss London. Hey, baby. I guess that's my first time seeing, oh, not me. You was talking about somebody else? What made Shay do that? Oh, boys, you are something else. Oh my God, I roasted the shit out that nigga. Let me see. I want to know when Sin's gonna start a roasting competition. Call in. Okay, y'all want to do that before I get out? You want to call in and just roast Sin and I just listen to you? You want to do that one day? I can't say nothing. You want me to just have a call in one day where I just be quiet and just allow y'all to just call in and just roast me and I don't say nothing? Because I ain't gonna lie, it wouldn't be fair if I said something. Because if I said something, a lot of y'all wouldn't even call in. Because I wouldn't care about you roasting me. I just want my turn. Yeah, I just want my turn. I don't care nothing about what come out of the mouths of people. I just want my turn. Roasting is just like martial arts. It's just like Kung Fu. It's a different styles. And I've mastered so many styles of roasting. I would have to say I am a master. Let me see. Now, as far as like the stuff y'all be saying, I don't know. I think y'all be, you have to understand it's different categories of comedy. Just because somebody can roast and just because somebody can make you laugh or do stand-up comedy, that don't necessarily mean that they're gonna be able to do their thing in a movie or a show, which I would love to be in, but I've never been tried in that capacity. But I'm very confident that if I was roasting, which I have already done, with a professional comedian, Sin not only will stand his own, but 9 out of 10, I'm gonna come out on top. And as far as doing a stand-up comedy, that's easy. That's easy because in the pimp game, you get brand new material pretty much every day. Some of the dumbest shit will come to your mind out of nowhere, So when you actively pimping, this would be to do the best time for really like stand up. Listen, man, I never watched any of Corey's shit. I've seen bits and pieces, but from the things that you guys say, I'm pretty much no match for him because you guys have spoken so highly about Corey. At first, I thought y'all thought Tariq Nasheed was the funniest dude on YouTube, but when Corey name got mentioned, y'all had put Corey above Tariq, so I know this dude got to be like super funny. So one of these days, I got to sit down and I got to listen to Corey because I've never, sat down and really listened to a show of his. It's the difference between joke and playing. We can joke all day, but don't play. Okay, well, that's cool. But because I do got some what to do, and it's time to get back to White Castles. You don't want that, P. Oh, okay. A lot of times you guys think that the BOA roast was fire as fuck too. Yeah, but I had to say out of all my roastings, you pretty much know who was the best. But all right, man, let me get out of here, man. And if you guys are up, I'll come back and maybe we'll do a review or something, But I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for rocking with me. Y'all have a blessed night, just in case if I don't come back, Love y'all. I'm gone.